Champions of Europe finally! History made in Istanbul! The treble complete!
History makers! For the first time ever, an English club have won 4 titles in a row!
Hello everybody and welcome back to a new season for typical City. Watchalongs are back, Manchester City are back, here we go. Now, does it matter to you? It does to me. It might not matter to you, but one thing that's an absolute fact is this is a Manchester derby. So no matter the occasion, what sort of glamour you want to put around it in terms of the importance of the trophy itself, it's a Manchester derby. Even if this was a pre-season friendly, I'd be fired up for this one. I mean, technically, this is a pre-season friendly. This is known as a pre-season. The curtain raiser is what it's most commonly known as for the upcoming season, and I can't wait for this one because I can't think of a better way to start a season because we've had Community Shields quite frequently. We've lost the last 3 in a row with Leicester, Liverpool and Arsenal, but a Manchester derby to kick the season off. I can't remember the last time ever in history we've kicked off a season. Now, I don't think we've ever faced them in a Community Shield before. And we've certainly never played them first game of the season in terms of a league season. Not to my memory, anyway. So I can't think of a better way to get this going, to get the Premier League underway. And now I'm taking this seriously. Erik ten Hag is absolutely taking this seriously. Pretty much a full strength with what he's got at his disposal. Pretty much full strength. And I'll go through the team news shortly, but I wanted to say hello to everybody. Before I get going, Mahmood, you were in nice and early. You were there early of every game last season, mate. You were in there first, so appreciate that, mate. Church, good to see you, mate. Lewis Beer Reviews, good to see you. Samantha, Big M, Fairy, Captain Rex, James, Chagnosis, Robert. We're winning 2-1 now. Is that little Paul Pogba I can see? So who's we? I presume you mean United. In which case you can do one, mate. You're welcome in the stream, but please. No more we, because we are not we in this situation. A, good to see you. That's your name. A, I wasn't shouting at you. I was just saying your name. A. Ryan, Section 20, good to see you. Pauline, Stuart, Sasha, Tesbo, Ben, Ian, Nick, Maru, Sean, M. Hassan, Liam, Stephen, who we've got? Jack Lee as well, just sneaking in at the end there. Mahmood as well, popping in. Matty as well, good to see you. Hello, and City 3-1, he says. Get your predictions in the chat as well, because I can't remember what I said. I think I said 3-1, I think, in my preview. If that's a clue how much I just completely make it up on the spot, there you go. I can't even remember what my prediction was. I think I said 3-1, if memory serves me. But team news. Let's start with City, of course. Ortega. Edison in net. I've got Ortega written down because I'm a moron. It's actually Edison in net. That's my brain doing good things there, brain. Cheers, brain. You remembered. Diaz, Akanji, Gvardiol, Lewis and Kovacic I've gone for in midfield. Now, on paper, people have put them as a flat back 4. I think Lewis is going to push into midfield a little bit, which I predicted in my preview. I thought he would, on paper, probably start as a right back, but I think he's going to be pushed into that midfield to help Kovacic, unless O'Reilly plays a lot deeper, which is the next player I'm going to name. O'Reilly, he starts as well. McAtee, Bob, and Haaland. So for me, I'm okay with the team. It's what we saw in pre-season. It's just knowing what's on the bench with your De Bruyne's, your Bernardo Silvas, as well, and Doku as well starts as well, of course. So Grealish is out. Which is bad news. I mean, the guy cannot catch a break right now, can he? I mean, he did pretty well. Got himself a goal. It was a nice finish in pre-season. He could have done a little bit more, but he certainly could have done a lot worse in pre-season. I mean, he came back early. He showed his fitness levels. He looked all right, Jack Grealish. And, I mean, there's going to be moments in the season where we'll be crying out to play Jack Grealish in moments in the season. My preference to start this season, considering that's what Pep's gone for in terms of signings, Doku and Savio. That's who I really, really want to see on the wings throughout the course of the season. Oscar Bob as well thrown in there here and there. And Jack Grealish as well. I would like to see Jack Grealish come inside and play alongside Phil Foden and Kevin De Bruyne. But if De Bruyne and Foden are fit, you're not getting in the team in that area of the pitch anyway, Jack Grealish. So he has to look at the sides and playing on the wings. And I mean, Pep spoke so highly about Jack Grealish during the pre-season, and his attitude seems to be absolutely spot on, which is the minimum we expect from City players. But it's good. It's good that he's doing it at least. He's not handing in transfer requests. He's not demanding more game time and leaving the club. He wants to stay at Manchester City clearly and fight for his place. And I commend that. I think that's good. But the guy's injured again. Absolutely heartbreaking for him. It is. United, Onana, Dalot, Maguire, Evans, Martinez at left back. So you've got Maguire and Jonny Evans looking after Erling Haaland. Maguire, who picked up a bit of a knock against Liverpool, but obviously he's all right. Jonny Evans, the aging, very aging, slow and sluggish Jonny Evans. Erling Haaland, you absolutely stand on the toes of Jonny Evans throughout the entire of this game. Martinez, I'm assuming, is left back because of those three. Unless United are doing something a little bit clever and playing three at the back with Maguire, Evans and Martinez. Dalot somewhere. Is he doing the Pep? Inverting Dalot possibly? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Casemiro, Mainu, Amad Diallo, Mount and Rashford, with Bruno Fernandes looking to be the false nine. Bruno bastard Fernandes. I can't stand the guy. Absolutely cannot stand that guy. He's vermin. He's vermin. I can't stand him. But yeah, team news is very much a stronger side from United from what they had on their disposal. There's no Harry Amas, who was playing left back through pre-season. There's no Toby Collier, who was playing in defensive midfield for United during the pre-season. So pretty much they're all experienced players apart from Amad, who's probably the closest thing to an inexperienced player in that starting 11 for United. The rest, I would argue, would be part of their best team. So there's what Erik ten Hag thinks of this tournament. He's going full strength with his selection, whereas Pep, I think he's very much looking to the Chelsea game. I think there'll be 2 or 3 players that will not be playing against Chelsea that are in this starting 11 right now. I'll be surprised to see O'Reilly in particular against Chelsea. Probably McAtee. Bob's got a shout. I think Bob, considering he's really stood out in pre-season, I think McAtee and O'Reilly are... McAtee's got more of a chance than O'Reilly. O'Reilly looks good, by the way, don't get me wrong. I just think another week of training, fitness levels, Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden hopefully comes back to the first team action as well. Kevin De Bruyne, McAtee and O'Reilly. I can't see them starting against Chelsea. But what they do today may help that decision for Pep. Because if McAtee and O'Reilly put in an absolute storming performance, it's like, well, how can you drop them? You know? But Chelsea away, Premier League, a night match, Stamford Bridge is going to be bouncing. There's going to be a lot of excitement around Chelsea as well. And we need to put some water on that fire because of all the players that they're signing, the ridiculous amount of players that Chelsea is signing, adding Pedro Neto to the list most recently. I thought they were done. Is that player number 9? I think they've signed. I think they've already signed 7, maybe 8. And I think Pedro Neto makes it 8 or 9 players, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous to see. But thanks so much for joining me in this watch along as well. Joining me, I've got 122 in the building already. Really, really appreciate that, guys. If you could drop a like on the stream while you're here and subscribe if you're new. If you'd like to become a member for Typical City as well, the link is in the description below. You'll get access to some emojis and whatnot and things like that. So, yeah, looking forward to it. But I'm looking forward to this game as well. Revenge. 11 weeks ago. It still hurts, you know. It still hurts. You know what hurt the most? Is because the most recent watch-along I did before this was the FA Cup final. So that's the last watch-along I did, was the FA Cup final. That's how much it hurt. I just went into hiding for a bit. And I went to recreate the thumbnails for this video to do all the thumbnails and stuff. And it was still that bastard's face, Bruno Fernandes. And the United FA Cup final, I had to go back and revisit those memories, which hurt. It hurt, to be honest. But Like I said in my preview, there's a record up for grabs today, and that would be equaling Manchester United's record of 4 champions, Community Shield losses, or Charity Shield. It used to be Charity Shield, but Community Shield it's known as today. 4 losses in a row. We've got 4 Premier Leagues in a row, but we certainly don't want 4 Community Shields in a row. Even if you think it doesn't matter, it's not nice to read on paper that City went to the Community Shield and lost 4 in a row. I don't want to do that. But having said that, all the reason for City fans to not panic, because if we do lose this game, we only need to look back at the last 3 seasons and remember what we achieved in those seasons, following on from the defeats that we felt and the pain that we felt in that Leicester game and the Liverpool game and the Arsenal game. It was like an 89th minute equalizer from Arsenal, and they went and won on penalties, didn't they? It was a scrappy goal. I remember it last season. But yeah, 4 in a row is not something we want at all. But this is our second home, Manchester City's second home. We are very much comfortable at Wembley. 15 years in a row, Manchester City have, looking at the players there, they're all flicking Savinho's ears. That's all been a bit of a... I think that's something when they do in a rondo. When one of them makes a mistake, all the players go over and flick their ears. It doesn't hurt when you do it to yourself that much. But when someone else does it... They're not red yet. I'm doing my best to make them red already, aren't I? Those who watched the Watchalongs last year, these things go incredibly red. So flicking them is a fantastic idea, isn't it? To get the Watchalong started. But yeah, 15 years in a row, we have visited Wembley. 15 seasons in a row. And that totaled 29 times over the course of those 15 seasons because of reaching semi-finals and FA Cup semi-final predominantly, as well as the Community Shield as well. So 15 times in a row. Pretty impressive. This is dominance. And we've not seen dominance like this in this country ever. Now, United fans are going to tell you differently, that that they dominated more than we dominated. Anyone that's got the red screwed on, wrong. No one has dominated like this in English football. Witnessing history. Can't believe it. Pre-season was a bit mixed, I thought, as well. I never really went into pre-season during the pre-season. I never made too many videos on the subjects, focusing a little bit more on transfer news instead. But we lost to Celtic, AC Milan. We drew with Barcelona, but eventually losing on penalties, if you want to count that. And we beat Chelsea pretty comfortably, I thought. I think we were gifted a little bit in that game. We were gifted a couple of goals, in fact. And that's something I'm going to be mentioning in my preview as well for that game, because that's something that was clear as day. The upcoming game against Chelsea, with Maresca being the Chelsea manager now, who remembers what life was like as a Manchester City fan, witnessing Pep Guardiola's football for the first time. You know, back in 2016 with, who was it? Was it Gael Clichy, Bakary Sagna, Alexander Kolarov, centre-back, Otamendi, centre-back, Claudio Bravo in net. I mean, that's like, fucking hell, shit. Oh, that's squeaky bum time just looking at the starting 11. That's like, oh shit, what are we doing at the back? And anytime that ball went towards Claudio Bravo, we all crapped ourselves, didn't we? I mean, even when we brought in Edison, there was still, it took more than a year for, going to the grounds. I don't know about you guys, if anyone who was watching that season back at home, but the atmosphere in the stadium when I was a season ticket holder at that time, in the ground for that year, it was quite, not toxic, it's a harsh word, but I remember it just being very uneasy. There was lots of, whoa, whenever Edison got the ball. Now, it's just, everyone's just like, chill, mate. Edison's got the ball, mate. Cruyff turn. On the goal line, no problem, mate. Absolutely no problem. Cool as a cucumber. No problem. But the first season, and that's the point I'm eventually going to get to, is Maresca, Chelsea. Plays the same way. We witnessed the mistakes that Chelsea were gifting Manchester City goals, just completely uncertain of what they're going to do at their back. He ain't going to change. He's going to play that same way at Stamford Bridge against Manchester City. First Premier League game of the season. You're hoping we get a few gift-wrap goals again of the same calibre. And I have a feeling there will be mistakes and they'll need punishing, Chelsea. because they're going to be rusty. They're not going to be used to the system. And I think that we should be looking at trying to get 3 Premier League points, trying to catch Chelsea off guard while the excitement and the buzz around Stamford Bridge is all very hunky-dory and transfers, new players, exciting times to be a Chelsea fan. Let's piss on that bonfire, shall we? That'd be nice. But the first team we need to piss on is Manchester United, they've got some injury problems, but I mean, looking at that starting 11, there's no excuses for United, really, considering the youth in our team with McAtee, O'Reilly, Bob, Lewis, young players in there. They have lost Lenny Yoro to injury already, having not kicked the ball competitively for United yet. Rasmus Højlund as well, who would probably start. I thought Zirkzee might get a chance in this game as well, but he's not getting any. He's certainly not starting the game for United at least. Zirkzee may come on. We might see a Savio debut as well. That would be nice. That would be nice. And like I said in the preview, I thought Wan-Bissaka's move to West Ham would accelerate. He did play against Liverpool in the most recent pre-season game where they got spanked. I think it was 3-0, but the game, apparently, I didn't see much of it, only the highlights, but apparently Liverpool dominated that game. So I'm really curious to see how Slot is going to get Liverpool playing. With the fact that they've added Zubamendi as well, it's like, they've not signed anyone other than Zubamendi, and that's a big move, that. Doing nothing but Zubamendi. Zubamendi raises Liverpool's quality by some distance, I think, and that really puts Liverpool into a serious conversation for title challenges. But it's Slot, first season, how's he going to fare? It's all hunky-dory at the minute for Liverpool. When a new manager comes in, you always get that buzz, don't you? Everyone's fighting for the new manager. Understandable. It's when things go wrong after Christmas. What's the manager going to be like at picking up the spirits of players if they've lost a game or two? Can they do it? Can United bounce back from losses? They often go 3 or 4 games struggling, United. Arsenal, can they do it if they bounce back? Because you know full well the metal and the steel that Manchester City have. With Pep Guardiola as our manager, when things go wrong, how many times have we bounced back? So many times. I mean, we're looking to do it right now, today, bouncing back from that sour end to our last season where we lost to Manchester United in the FA Cup final. It was a bitter pill to swallow, but we can turn that round today, and it starts now. But what are your predictions, Blues, for the game? Wapang thinks it's going to be a draw, 2-2, and penalties. Who's winning on penalties then? Topaz, it's 3-0 against Chelsea already. Is it? Who they playing? Oh, bloody hell, the TV's just gone off. So that's see you later to all of the chat, is it? Bear with me 1 second, people. Need to sort that out. That's helpful, isn't it? There we go. 37-0, Chrome Abyss. I'm glad I got my screensaver back into action just to see that. Douglas, good to see you, mate. Coming in late. Happy start to the season, Blues. Absolutely, Douglas, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you're looking after yourself. Trying to sort this out. Everything's going tits up. But yeah, what are your predictions for the season as well? Not just this game. I'd like to know what your predictions are for winning the league. 5 in a row. Can we do it? 5 in a row. I mean, I'm not as confident about winning the Premier League as I was last season. Because, I mean, how do you go again? If we do it, it would be unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's just the 5th. Do you know anyone who watched the documentary following on after this season, where Pep put like some vinyl on the wall, a big picture on the wall? I can't remember what it actually said, but no one's ever done it or something like that. 4 in a row, no one's ever done it. And that was motivation right there. How do you motivate? I know it's going again. I know that's the basics of it. But how do you motivate? Because yes, no one's ever done 4 in a row, but no one's ever done 5 in a row. So you're just going to put that same poster on the wall again and motivate the players to make that record even bigger. I would love to do it. Love to do it. I just feel like we've got a little bit more chance of winning like the Champions League this year. I feel like it's going to be a tough season to stop Arsenal. I think Arsenal are going to be our main challengers. If we can create some sort of early gap, and beat Arsenal. That's what we'll need to do to cement our place in this title race. That'll be vital for Manchester City. But 5 in a row, why not? Why not? I just think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be tough. Now, before I get going, what I need to do is I need to see if I can figure out where my fucking screensaver is, because I can't have this being turned off every 5 seconds because I forgot I had a screensaver on. But how's everyone doing? Hope everyone has had a wonderful summer. Look at that, 4 in a row. The fans are bringing out the banners. United have got their little it's not little, it's pretty large, but it's just a red devil. No statement on it, nothing factual, it's just a little picture. Whereas City's big banner, tifo, is says 4 in a row, which actually means something. We've got statements to make, we have. But yeah. Right, I don't know where it is. I can't be arsed pissing about with this before the game gets started, but if it goes black, I can just turn it back on. You might lose you for a couple of seconds. Players are in the tunnel. Erling Haaland looking psyched up for it. Buzzing, absolutely buzzing. William with the first super chat of the season. Thank you very much, William. Goldbridge is the first word that was entered onto a super chat. That's the first word that I was made to read out this season from a super chat. Cheers, William. Goldbridge. Man City in crisis video if we lose. You're absolutely right though, William. You've absolutely nailed it. That's 100% coming. And I will dissect it if he does that. Surely not. Surely not. It's just geared to wind up City fans now. I don't... Topaz says goldfish is a joke. Stefan Ten Hag in a suit. Pep is in his Sunday gear. He absolutely is. It's a good job he's not in his birthday gear. Yeah. Anyone who doesn't know what birthday gear means, it means naked. Being utterly nude. But yeah, teams are out. Here we go. City wearing our official new home kit for the season. Everyone's quite complimentary of the kit. I'm not a big fan of navy blue on sky blue. I don't know why. If you look back, and I'm not one to believe in this sort of nonsense, to be honest, but over the seasons when City have had navy blue in our kit, we've not had very good seasons where we've had like proper navy blue parts of the sky blue kit. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. And the navy blue socks as well. But lots of people love it, so I think I'm in the minority. But I love, this is obviously the 1999 version. I haven't actually got, bloody hell. Mike Summerby trying to snog Pep Guardiola there. I think it was one of them. Pep went in for one of the traditional Spanish style, like cheek-to-cheek kisses. But Mike Summerby went the same way. And it was like, oh, lip to lip. But it's 3 o'clock. It's not Watershed yet on ITV, so we need to be careful. No one wants to see that. But yeah, the away kit, maroon. I do like that. I do quite like the maroon away kit with a little hint of gold here and there. I do like that. But this is going to go down beautifully well with the City fans, especially if you were there in 1999 like I was. What a day that was. And I was thinking about doing a historic watch-along one day. What does everyone think about doing a historic watch-along to that game where I watched the 1999 Wembley game in its entirety? Do a live stream watch-along for that game. Just watch it for the sake of it. I'll tell you how I felt, what I did. That was my first ever sip of beer that day as well. I was 12. My dad let me have my first taste of beer. It tasted like shit, to be honest. Yeah, and I had like carrot flavoured ice cream as well. We went to this weird, what a random story I'm telling you. It was on the way home, we found some like ice cream shop, and I remember, you know when you were a kid and you have these like really vivid, strong memories? Like first taste of beer and carrot ice cream. What a weird day. And City got promoted. Wonderful day. What a wonderful day. Yeah, I'll give it a go section. We need a 30-minute Savio cameo today just to show the rest of the league what he's about, says Ryan. That's Oh, a great shout, mate. I'd love to see Savio come on today. Just to strike fear into the hearts of Premier League rivals witnessing the one and only signing for Manchester City this summer. But yeah, I know what City fans are worried about as well with Rodri. I too am worried. I feel like I'm sort of, in my head, I'm trying to convince myself, we'll be all right, we'll be all right. We did it last season. We didn't need cover for Rodri. But it feels like deep down, if I'm honest with myself, I feel like we're pushing our luck. I feel like it's just we're pushing that boat out a little bit further and further, and eventually it'll sink. You've got to be careful, man, because it's just so difficult for City to just dip their toe in the market and casually just like, there you go, we'll have a player that's just as good as Rodri. I mean, no one's as good as Rodri, but like, let's just say that one bit lesser player than Rodri coming into the City squad, and they're happy to sit on the bench. They don't exist. That level of player will cost 80 million, 60, 70, 80 million. And if you're paying 60, 70, 80 million for a player, they're not going to want to sit on the bench. That means they've gone from being a first team regular in whichever team we've bought them from, and we're sticking them on our bench. Or alternatively, we could go for the 8. Again, who are you playing? You probably take Kovacic off. But then, why did we sign Kovacic? For him to sit on the bench this season. Okay, well then why did we sign Núñez? For him to sit further on the bench if we were... So it seems like the plan was Kovacic and Núñez, or City, if we went out and signed them, need to hold their hands up and say we made a mistake with signing Núñez. So he gets potentially moved out of the club. Kovacic is moved to the bench, and our new signing plays more frequently with Rodri on the pitch. So either way that you look at it, there's a potential mistake from City here. And as much as I love the football club and the way it's ran is fantastic, we rarely make mistakes. And technically, we've not made a mistake yet because we won the Premier League last season. So we didn't make a mistake. Yes, you could argue we could have done more. I mean, Rodri was on the pitch when we lost to United. Rodri was on the pitch when we lost to Real Madrid and got knocked out, rather, to Real Madrid. So that wasn't specifically that fault for not having cover for Rodri, for those being knocked out of... And the cup competitions, they're like one single moment can change everything in a cup game. But I'm just concerned long term, that's all. Like, you're just pushing our luck a little bit. But game is about to get underway. There's Bruno Fernandes, that rat bastard. I hate him. I hate his face. All of him. It's just so much teeth. So much teeth. He could eat an apple through a letterbox. Right, game's about to get underway. And we're off. Season's underway. Come on, let's fucking have them, Blues. Let's have them. Come on, City. Ball back with Maguire. Big slab head. Long ball over the top. Looks like Ahmad thought against it. Looked like he was already offside. Gvardiol's being pushed back already. Back to Edison, who goes long immediately. Haaland getting underneath it. He wins it, but he doesn't know where it's gone. Maguire gets underneath it. O'Reilly with a bit of a sloppy first touch and then gives the foul as well because he was panicking a little bit. Needs to calm. It's easy for me to say. You know, you're a young lad who's playing at Wembley against Manchester United in a Manchester derby, and here's me telling him to be calm. Yeah, fucking good luck with that, mate. 12 seconds, please. Stephen, what's that mean? It's been 12 seconds and we haven't scored. Oh, the Gundogan. Now I know what you mean. 12 seconds. Well, fucking hell. 55 so far. What a joke. Where's Gundogan when you need him? It's 1 minute in already and it's still 0-0. What are we playing at? But I'm pleased with... What I'm most pleased about with this starting 11 is the 3 players that I wanted to see at the back. That's Gvardiol, Diaz and Akanji. Which I'm really, really pleased about. Because I think that gives us solidity, protects us a little bit as well, you know, because throughout pre-season, that makeshift back four with Mfuni and Wilson as Brand, who else did we have there? Rico Lewis was in and out as well. Eventually, Gvardiol came back into pre-season as well, which shored things up a little bit, but we were so open at the back, weren't we, in pre-season? But that's what pre-season's for, to give these young lads some minutes. Celtic in particular, they ran rings round us against Celtic. They really did. Joshua Wilson-Esbrand struggled in that game. But that's what I'm pleased about to see today. We've got a strong defence on the pitch, so hopefully no silly mistakes, no open gifts for United. But it's been all United so far, 2 minutes in. Yeah, if you're looking to watch it in England, it's on ITV1. If you're in a different country, I don't know where to send you, I'm afraid. But it's on ITV1 in the UK. Bruno Fernandes being pressured by Rico Lewis. The ball back with Onana now. All United, let's get the ball, please. Let's knock it about a bit. So it looks like trying to figure out what he's going to do with O'Reilly, because that's the one position that I think he can play defensive midfield, O'Reilly. But he can also play a little bit further forward. But right now he looks like our defensive midfielder. So it does look more like a 4-2-3-1, but that's because we haven't got the ball yet. Fucking hell, Rico Lewis just controlled it with his face. It doesn't bother him, though. Is this the first time we've seen Rico Lewis, by the way, against United? I can't remember ever seeing Rico Lewis play. Certainly not starting. I can't remember him starting against United. Whereas this is a Man City fan playing against United, which is fantastic, because you've got that inner like love, that just absolute passion, that while every other player on that pitch for City will say, yeah, we've got it too, it's not quite the same. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're not a local boy like Rico Lewis and Phil Foden. Do you know what I mean? It'll just mean that little... Here, I'm starting to sound like Trent Alexander-Arnold here, aren't I? Telling who it means more to. What a twat he is. What a knobhead. Looking forward to him hopefully not winning anything this season. He winds me up as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold giving it all that. That's his new celebration now. Who's he talking to? Who keeps being loud? Probably people like me. Loud-mouth YouTubers who do not like him. Gvardiol nearly getting caught on the ball there, giving it away, but Ruben Diaz is going to mop up the pieces here. He's got the ball with space at the back, gets it into Kovacic, who's come deep to collect it. United have gone very narrow. Look at their shape now. Spraying it out to Oscar Bob is a good ploy. Akanji now looking to spray it the other way, going long, very long to Doku, and it's going to keep it in. Has Doku kept that in? He did, but he's given it to United in doing so. Ahmad coming away with it, and it's a poor touch from Ahmad, who just runs out and gives it for a throw-in. Gvardiol nearly gets tackled by Guardiola while he was trying to pick the ball up for a throw-in. Kovacic, back to Ruben Diaz. Peter says 4-0. Benji, he's injured. I would have been surprised if Grealish didn't start myself, mate. But he's injured. And Doku's been thrown straight in. He's young, isn't he? I mean, these players now, I know we talk about, good idea from Kovacic. He overhit it a little bit, but then wins the ball against Mason Mount. Mason Mount, by the way, who I think, I certainly was, I'm 99% sure, has never won a final at Wembley in a game that he has started in. Ever. So, brilliant. Hopefully that omen can continue. McAtee brings the ball down. He's drifted over to the left side of the pitch. Into Doku's space, if anything. He's got the ball again, and Doku's just ahead of him. He had to turn around. It's all getting a bit cramped over there. Ball back with Ruben Diaz. Interesting to see Edison start today as well. I really thought Ortega would be starting in this game. I wonder why he's not. If that means Ortega's going back as a number 2, I feel for him a little bit, I must admit. But I don't want to lose Edison. You know what I mean? Edison brings like that extra level of quality on the ball. Here's Doku though, down the left-hand side. He's got 2 players to beat him. He goes past, he nearly goes past Dallo. Dallo does well, to be fair to him. But that was something I highlighted in the at the end of the last season, where I spoke about Gvardiol's involvement against United, and how Wan-Bissaka really looked after Gvardiol throughout the first... Did Doku come on at half-time? I think he came on at half-time, Doku, didn't he? Or he certainly came on pretty early into the second half. As soon as Doku was on that pitch in that second half, we were the better side in the second half. But like I said, the damage had already been done. 2-0 down at half-time. It was almost game over at half-time. And I mean, you're hoping of a decent comeback, but they were just drawn... they weren't drawn over. Oscar Bob here. Lovely footwork from Oscar Bob. He's bursting through the middle. He's laid it on to O'Reilly. Into Haaland, looking for the 1-2, but Haaland should have turned then. He was trying to lay it off for O'Reilly, but O'Reilly was being stopped in the second part of the 1-2. Thought Haaland could have shown a bit more spatial awareness then, because I don't think he had anyone on his back. He received the ball off O'Reilly. He could have turned around. Here's Marcus Rashford doing a fancy bit of skill, which made Rico Lewis smile, because Rashford kicked it against his own leg and out for a throw-in. You right, Bam Bam? How's it going, mate? Marie, good to see you, Marie, as well. And G as well. Grealish is injured. Yeah, you're right, mate. James, little signpost. Good to see you, mate. Your streaming is too slow. Every 10 seconds you get a 2-3 second pause. Sorry about that, mate. It is probably your end. My stream says it's excellent condition is the term that it says to me on my screen. But apologies if anyone else is struggling. Oscar Bob. Oh, penalty! No. I think I got a bit giddy there. I think I'm one of 3 people that maybe went mental then in the whole world. But Rico Lewis has won a corner. Must have got a touch on it, Marcus Rashford. Because Rico went down. Lovely ball. Rico Lewis on the underlap. Oscar Bob found him round the outside. Rico Lewis looks like he gets there, but it must have been Marcus Rashford who got a toe on it. Out for a corner. Oscar Bob whips it in near post. Oh, Gvardiol's under it. Looks like another corner again. High fives for Casemiro, who has defended it pretty well in looking at that. Yeah, he's done really well there, Casemiro. Because that looked like Gvardiol was going to nod that in at the near post. Martinez, manhandling. Look at that, get off him. Martinez and Ruben Diaz are just grabbing each other. Oscar Bob whips it back post this time. And it's Maguire who gets it away. Ahmad, and eventually looks like Jonny Evans gets it away. Rico Lewis fouled there, surely, referee, and he is. He's giving it. Giving him a headlock there, Ahmad was. Rico's been heavily involved in this game so far, which is great to see. I don't think he's won every City fan over yet. I know there's a few City fans out there. There were a few in the chat last year, I remember. Not fans of Rico Lewis, which I'm surprised at, to be honest, because I think while he's not, he certainly doesn't warrant a guaranteed start in our starting 11. He doesn't make our best 11. Definitely not. He's not a million miles behind. Do you know what I mean? He's still a kid. He's got to be bedded in, Foden-esque, how he was slowly fed into the team. Same as Oscar Bob. He's not starting 11 yet, but he's in that same bracket for me. They're different players. You're not going to get the razzle-dazzle goals and dribbling ability from Rico Lewis that you do get from Oscar Bob, but you get a level of work rate, you get a level of assurance, you get a composure that is incredibly surprising for someone of such youth, at such a young age. He's so composed, Rico Lewis, and his work rate is fantastic. It really is. He's all over the place, work rate style. Lamilia says, as Walker ages, Rico Lewis will be more crucial to the squad. Absolutely he will. Yeah. Ryan says he's an 8 out of 10 every game. Certainly in terms of effort, I mean, he's non-stop, isn't he? Yeah, I think you're right there. He is that sort of player, isn't he? It's a corner ball. O'Reilly doing a bit of pressurising on Jonny Evans, who went down like a sack of shit trying to win a free kick. Fail, mate. Corner ball. Oscar Bob. Takes it quickly. O'Reilly. Dinks it back post. No one's there, mate. Gvardiol. Back with Rico Lewis, who's the last man. Back to out to Akanji. Audio seems very quiet, does it? Let me... Is that any better? Turn it up a little bit. The game is toilet, says Jack. Not even a toilet, just toilet. Yeah, it's, we've taken control of this game, though. That's the good news. Not too much excitement to speak about, but we've taken control. United had the ball for the first 2 minutes, but here's McAtee whipping it, and it's a poor ball in. You're going to be rusty. It's going to be a little bit flat because the teams are sizing each other up, looking at what's what. Pre-season is still feels like that a little bit. Lovely footwork from Oscar Bob, who cuts inside, skins Marcus Rashford. Just looking at the replay, his feet are fucking lightning, aren't they? Is it all right now, Paul? Good. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're all good. And I agree, Jack. Oscar Bob's been pretty impressive so far. With what the minimal things he's had to do, but I don't think anyone's really had a heavy workload yet. Mainu, Akanji, dealing with it. Out for a United throw. It's flat, I must admit. It does feel flat, this game. But Premier League is back. Who's doing fantasy football? Is everyone excited to make their fantasy teams? Do it for the first 3 months of the season and then forget about it, and you just don't bother for the rest of the season. That's what I do every year. Get really excited, take it really seriously, spend hours picking my team, and then 1 week I just forget about it, and because I forget about it once, I feel like, oh, it's too late now, I'm never going to catch up anybody because I've failed 1 week, and then I just give up. But, yeah, bam bam, you left New York 2 years ago, and then City goes and opens up a big-ass store on 5th Ave, and I'm not there for the opening. Devastated, mate. Devastating. But it's good that we've got those stores out there now. I'm pleased about that. We are spreading the word. The love that was shown from the US fan base was fantastic, I thought. I thought it was brilliant. It's mad to me. There goes my screen. Sorry, everybody. Need to fucking sort this out. Turn my screensaver off. There we go, it's back. Yeah, I think it's mad to think as a City fan that the world, especially when I was a kid, because when I went to school as a kid, we're talking 2 other City fans in my school. 2 others. The rest, one Liverpool, and the rest were United. And now we're everywhere, mate. I take my lad to school, and everyone's like, on non-uniform days, everyone's like wearing City shirts. It's crazy. I love it. It's so good. Doku and Dalu having a little fight down that side. Neither of them knew where the ball was for a second. Oscar Bob leaping, absolutely like a fish out of water. He's got a leap that. I didn't surprised to see that leap like that. I put a poll in before, didn't I? What was that saying? 260 votes with 72% of you suggesting that we're going to win this. Easy win, no problemo. 15%. Sneaky win on penalties, and I forgot I even put that third one. We're losing, the season is over. 13% of you. Right, I'll end that. Benji's down in Cornwall. And it's all Liverpool and United down here, is it? That's a shame. I went to Cornwall as a kid. What is it? The Lizard. That Lizard Path, the most southerly point in the whole of the UK. And I stood right at the edge of the cliff when I was a kid. It was near the hotel where The Witches, Roald Dahl, was filmed, if anyone remembers The Witches by Roald Dahl. Has anyone seen that? The movie, the version of it? They're all men. When I was a kid, no wonder I was fucking scared. They're all men dressed as women. No wonder they look fucking horrible. The Witches. I watched it when I was like 20. I was like, that's a fucking bloke. It's traumatizing. It absolutely is. And I went to the hotel where it was filmed as a kid. So I had no sleep at all. Cheers, Mum and Dad. Doku now. Oh, he skinned him. He's away. Jeremy Doku, down the left-hand side. Take your time now. Compose yourself. Compose yourself. Oh, and he's beating Maguire. It's Doku. Dinks it in. Oh, O'Reilly, were you sleeping? O'Reilly was just waiting in the box. Doku whips it, looking for him. O'Reilly was caught on his heels. If he was in motion, then O'Reilly's getting his head on that. Oh, Doku, that was sensational. That was from Doku. He beats Dalot. It was like they weren't even there. It looked like he just kept going, and it's like they weren't even there, the defenders. He's having another go. Jeremy Doku, Dalot's backing away. Ahmad's getting back to help out. He's gone safe, though, to Gvardiol. First excite. Oh, referee! Dalot went flying through Jeremy Doku. He's fine, though. He's all right. And that's a foul again. Casemiro. McAtee's back on his feet. We're riding these challenges, but United are getting a bit angry here, throwing in some dirty challenges. Horrible, horrible bastards that they are. Ball's gone out for a goal kick. There's a yellow card in there somewhere. Jesus Christ. Doku through the legs of Dalot. And then he dinks it, and it goes just over the head of Mainu. If O'Reilly was running there, he was caught a bit flat-footed. I mean, the ball was whipped in quite quickly. I think he was hoping for a cut back on the floor rather than a dink over Mainu's head, but still, great play from Jeremy Doku there. Really good. We need to see Erling Haaland get involved in this game a little bit more, which is a sentence I imagine to say quite a bit this season. We're going to have one of those seasons again where we debate whether Erling Haaland is a good player or not, probably. I'm very much in the camp that he is a good player, a player that has a very particular set of skills. And this is not me trying to reenact the script for Taken. I will find you, and I will kill you. That is Haaland. He will find you, and he will fucking score. That's Haaland. He is Liam Neeson, isn't he? He will. And doubt him if you want, and call him a bad player, but he's going to score a load of goals this season. Quite a lot. 9 goals in 6 games against Manchester United. Erling Haaland has got already. Who's the top goal scorer? It's Rooney, I'm pretty sure. I'll let you figure it out because I'm being lazy. Got too many things to do here. But yeah, if you can tell me in the chat who is the top goal scorers in Manchester Derby. I'm pretty sure Wayne Rooney's number 1 and I think Aguero's number 2. But Erling Haaland in the space of a season and a half is probably 3rd, maybe. Probably Rashford might be up there. But I'm pretty sure Rooney's number 1 goal scorer in a Manchester Derby. But if Haaland stays at City for 2 or 3 more years, it's going to be Haaland, isn't it? Devious says this game needs Savio. It would be nice to see Savio, but who are you bringing him on for? Because Oscar Bob has done pretty well. And Doku's done even better. Rico Lewis finds a lovely pocket of space there. Brilliant from Rico. Keep going, mate. They're not challenging you. Keep going. Crosses it in, back post. Haaland. Oh. It went too far past the goal. Haaland trying to hook it back. And no one was there. But great play. Great driving run from Rico Lewis. No one bothered. Rico Lewis was just ghosting through that team. Then Oscar Bob, oh, lovely footwork. That's a foul again, referee. How many times, ref? We've got this new ref today, haven't we? Because we lost the referee. I can't remember who was meant to be refereeing this game, and I don't even know this referee's name. I can't remember it now. But he's been brought in, like, sort of last minute. McAtee, oh, he gets away with it. Good turn, let's call it. But he got a little bit lucky. Caught on it, maybe. But ride the challenge. And Oscar Bob's down the right-hand side. He's beating him. Oscar Bob, oh, he's blazed it over the bar. That's been Oscar Bob all pre-season. Cutting inside onto his left foot like that and drilling it. But this time, he's rocketed it over the bar. He's going for that top corner. A lot of the time this season, we've seen him cut it down to the near post, like he did against Chelsea. United are on the ropes here a little bit. Last 5 minutes, Doku's run. Oscar Bob just then. Rico Lewis a couple of minutes before it. But this is when United just suddenly come into action. He won the ball there. Get on with it. Mason Mount's gone down. O'Reilly trying to find Erling Haaland. And he's overhit it. O'Reilly struggled so far. He struggled to get involved, really. Trying to link up with Haaland there. And Haaland made... they weren't on the same wavelength. Haaland sort of like ghosted to the right a little bit. And O'Reilly went on the inside channel. Who is third raising? Go on then. I missed that question. Who's number one? Manchester Derby. Rooney and Aguero tied at 8 Derby goals each. So, Haaland must be number one then. Is Haaland number one? Is it 8? That can't be right. Because he scored 2 at Old Trafford last season. He scored a hat-trick in the 6-3, so there's 5. He scored... Oh, he's giving it away. Martinez into McAtee. McAtee's hit the post. United giving it away. Hospital ball. And McAtee, fed by Oscar Bob. He had someone on his shoulders, like putting him off. That's an excuse, and he's hit the post. But McAtee, inches away from making it 1-0. City are all over United here. We've got to put one in the back of the net here to get something from this dominance that we've shown. That took an age to hit the post, that did. I swear he hit that and it was just floating in the air for so long. He wasn't even that far out. Ball over the top. Doku. He's brought it down. It's Jeremy Doku. He's blocked by Harry Maguire. Good bit of defending from Maguire, that. Casemiro pissing about with it and he's won a free kick, fortunately. Fortunate there. It was Martinez giving it away. Jonny Evans running forward. And then Jonny Evans just about does enough to put McAtee off his strike. As he whips it round Onana's right outstretched hand. And then hits the post. Pretty much bang in the middle of the post. And no one was there for the rebound, but not surprisingly because, I mean, it was gifted to us. We weren't set in an attacking shape. We were just we were surprised to even be given the ball. We should have punished them there. We don't want this to be one of those games where we dominate and dominate and dominate and chance after chance and then 1-0 fucking United out of nothing. Got to put one of these in. Rico Lewis with a big booming header. Love that. I'm out of water already. Gonna need to fill that up at half time. Big up Jeff. Jeff's in the chat. How's it going, Jeff, mate? You alright? Give us your prediction, Jeff. We need some wonderful predictions of yours. O'Reilly pressuring Mainu into turning round and giving it back to Maguire there. He's got the ball back though. He's a big lad, isn't he, O'Reilly? Pep was saying that. Won the ball wonderfully there from Akanji, but Haaland's hold-up play wasn't quite on song there, and he controlled it well, but he tried to lay it off, and it's been intercepted. Rashford goes long, and there's a man over here for United as well, and it's gone down the line. Gvardiol's got to win that, and he does. Gets the ball back to Ederson, and Ederson clears it. Little moment of danger. That's what United are going to be doing all game. You can see that's the game plan. Kind of similar to the FA Cup final, in truth. Absorb, 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 and then hit us on the break. And it's exactly the same style of goal that they went through, sending overloads to the right wing and switching it from the left side. It's how they got their goals in the FA Cup final. Gvardiol's not come forward though at all in this game, by the way. He's not come forward once. But United are coming forward. Casemiro nearly stumbling on the ball there, but he still got it. Jonny Evans now. Kovacic gets the ball back to Ederson. Closed down by Bruno Fernandes, but Ederson out for a throw-in. Kicks it over Gvardiol's head. There's Ruud van Nistelrooy. That's the best bit of business United have done this transfer window. Is not the appointment of Ruud van Nistelrooy, because I know he's got quite good references about his coaching experience. But the best thing they've done is get rid of Steve McLaren, because he's just a joke. The guy's just like a walking joke. You know what I mean? I went to school. I feel sorry for who. I mean, I doubt he's listening, but I went to school with Steve McLaren's son. Nice lad, but his dad was just like. I went to school while his dad was England manager as well. Who remembers Wally with a brolly? I was at school with him. I felt for him. Oh no, Ahmad into the box, and it's wide. Pressure from United. Edwin, missed you too, mate. Good to see you. Timmy, good to see you as well. Glory's gone 2-0 City. Douglas, I'm so biased I get angry watching the United hierarchy. Yeah, mate. Ahmad trying to whip one into that bottom corner. Similar style finish to what McAtee attempted, but wide of the post. Jeff, McAtee to score first, Haaland to get one, Doku to get the third. Excited for the start of a new season. I hope you all had a great summer. Jeff's face is an emoji, if anyone wants that. I think there's about you and maybe 2 other people that have used that emoji before, Jeff, but I'm so glad it's still there for you, mate. And I appreciate you being a member of Typical City for 8 months, mate. You're an absolute legend. Top man. Fox says this is Typical City. We just can't convert our chances. We've had one proper chance, really, that was gifted to us, haven't we? The Doku one. Bob was a bit of a chance, to be fair. A good chance. He's got to hit the target there. But the McAtee one's the one that should be making it 1-0, really. Lewis. Beating Casemiro. Oscar Bob. Martinez. Very physical. Typical Martinez defending that on Oscar Bob right through the back of him. Doku with a bit of space. Ahmad saying, don't bother attacking him. We're going to double team him. Dallo and Ahmad forcing Doku to turn round. This is good. That's fine. That means if there's 2 players marking one, someone's free. McAtee's got to find that pocket. He's got to drift over there to help Doku. When Doku gets that ball on the left wing, if Ahmad's going over, Dallo's going over. Watch it now. It's happening again. He's got to find that space inside. And he tried to do that, Doku, but he was intercepted. Gvardiol getting the ball down the line, and Doku does really well. Or does he? Dallo takes it off him eventually, but he did all right there to control the ball. But United coming forward now. Ahmad, he's got it inside. It's Casemiro looking for the 1-2. It's good, surely. Oh my God, they've fucked it. I don't know how Ahmad's not made that 1-0 United. I don't know how they've not made that 1-0, but the first chance of the game for United, and it was a complete cock-up from Ahmad. It was great play to get into that position, to be fair to him. The 1-2 with Casemiro puts him in goal. Why is he not shooting is beyond me. He tries to lay it on a plate to, I think, either Mount or Bruno Fernandes, who's waiting in the 6-yard box, but he just overhits it. And that was the best chance of the game, easily. And it goes to United, which is what I've been warning us. We've had 3 chances, they've had 1. Still 0-0. Marie, thank you so much for your support. 7 months Typical City member. Absolutely love this channel. Hit the like and sub. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Marie. Yeah, Stefan, I know what you're saying. He isn't the best on the ball. I think he's a bit underrated on the ball, Haaland. I don't think he's as bad as some people think he is, but I mean, he could be better. It's difficult to be good on the ball in his position. Here's that chance again. 1-2 with Ahmad, and he's trying to find Mason Mount. I don't know why Ahmad's not shooting there. Just whip it with his left foot. Ahmad's just like, can't believe what he's done. Got away with that one. But yeah, like I was saying, Stefan, I think it's difficult to be good in Haaland's position on the ball because when he gets it, he's usually got one option in terms of a player to pass to. And finding them isn't always easy, and you are surrounded by defenders pretty much all the time. But if you think about Haaland, when you describe Haaland on the ball, when Haaland has the ball at his feet and grass in front of him to run into, he's very good on the ball. I think he's brilliant. His dribbling ability, pace and power. Ruben Diaz takes one to the head. Oh, Edison, what are you doing, mate? Catch the ball! Fucking simple. Ruben Diaz has gone down. Edison, the ball coming down from the air. Ruben Diaz has taken one right to the forehead from a shot from, I think, Bruno Fernandes. Well played, Ruben Diaz, mate. Taking one for the team there. Absolute rocket right to the dome. And then the ball goes flying up in the air, and Edison, a simple ball, unchallenged, it hits him in his arm and bobbles out of his hand, and luckily United weren't even ready, and I think the referee had stopped the game because Ruben Diaz went down holding his head prior to that. But Jesus, Edison, mate. There's a warning. Shore it up, mate. That's a simple catch. Like, I'd be annoyed at my 7-year-old lad if he didn't catch a ball like that. It's just straight up in the air. Just catch it, mate. No one near you. But yeah, Haaland on the ball, going forward. I think he's good. I think when he's bursting with it, I think he's quite good. He's quite an aggressive dribbler. But when he's got his back to goal, laying it off, and sometimes it's too 50-50, isn't it? And it's difficult. It's difficult to hold the ball up. But I don't think there are players out there that can reach the heights that he can reach in the other areas of the game that he contributes. So it's a little bit of give and take with Haaland. I think we have to accept a little bit of rain with the rainbow. Ball back with Jonny Evans, Haaland closing down, back to Onana. Ben has become a typical City legend. You absolute legend, Ben. Appreciate that, mate. Top man. Really do appreciate it, Ben. Mainu out to Martinez. 1-2. Haaland should have been tracking that run there, to be honest. But it's still sprayed out to Ahmad. City have got players back, but United coming forward with numbers themselves. Ahmad slows it down. McAtee gets back. Good work from McAtee to slow that attack down there. Just his presence was good there, slowing it down. Still with United though. Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro into Mainu's. Good football from United. It's Casemiro and it's out to Marcus Rashford, who's absolutely fucked it. And Marcus Rashford, puts it horribly, horribly wide. But the move again from United was cutting us open like a knife through butter. It was a bit too easy, that. United just springing into life. They've got this quick football on the edge of the area that they are good at. You've got to give them credit. For the football, the last two moves that we've seen, it was unstoppable. One touch football, pass, 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 pass. And they're in business. Marcus Rashford with space on the left side of the penalty area. He's just looking to curl it round into that bottom right-hand corner, and he puts it about 6-7 yards wide. Ugly finish from Marcus Rashford. But yeah, I mean, should be 2-0. Should be 2-0. Come on, City. Stefan, neither team can finish, you're right. O'Reilly, Oscar Bob trying to hold the ball up. Doesn't, out for a throw-in. City's ball. At this point, United just like scaring us, says the germ himself. We're in again. Oh, it's overhit. Goal kick. But United have taken this game by the scruff of the neck in the last 5 minutes, as they should do. You know, we've got a midfield with Kovacic, first teamer, O'Reilly and McAtee. They've got Mainu, Casemiro, Mount and Bruno Fernandes dropping deep. They should be dominating with those midfielders. They should have more of the ball, and they've not. They've only in the last 5 minutes come into life, United. But they should be the one controlling this game. We've got too many inexperienced players in the middle of our pitch, in the middle of our team, for me, that are doing well. I'd like to see a little bit more from O'Reilly. McAtee's done really well. Doku's been great. Fantastic. Bob's been good. He's quieting down a little bit, Oscar Bob, the last 10-15 minutes or so, but the ball's not really gone out that way. But we can't say, as much as it was flat in the first 10 minutes, there's been chances, there's been moments in this game. And considering how the last 10 minutes have gone, I'm actually quite happy it's 0-0, and I think we can take those warning shots fired from United and grow. Now let's take it up a notch again, play our football again. Stuart wants me to smile, so I'm purposefully not going to smile. I think you were asking me to smile last season, weren't you, Stuart? And then we scored. And then I smiled. And the chat is more fun than the game, Douglas. Good! That's great news. Great news. There's a smile, Stuart. See, I've got one of those faces that either looks extraordinarily happy or incredibly pissed off. There's no in between. I don't ever look bored or anything. I either look really angry. My resting face is just pissed off. I look pissed off, just normally. Even though I'm actually inside quite happy. But when I'm happy, my face turns into this elastic mess of, lovely football from Doku. Oh, Doku, lovely footwork. McAtee trying to lay it off. He overhit him a little bit, but good football from Doku and McAtee there. Rico Lewis drifting in that midfield. He's definitely inverted. Again, when we have the ball, Rico Lewis is tucking inside and O'Reilly. So my formation's absolutely right. But that's when we've got the ball. McAtee down the line, onto his left foot. He's going to whip. Nope, I thought he was going to whip it first time. He slowed it down. He gets the ball to Rico Lewis, deflected, but it's still with Rico. Byline. Oh, and it's blocked. Maguire gets it clear. 5 minutes to go till half time. Great play from Rico Lewis there. McAtee finds Rico Lewis. A little bit fortunate because it was deflected, but it still found its way. What's going on here? Game stopped. What are we doing? Two United players down, apparently. Pauline wants me to put my PS5 on its side. It'll last longer. Can't fit it anywhere, Pauline. That's where it lives. I don't play it that much anymore. I'm playing PC more now. But obviously there's PS5 exclusives, isn't there? Which gets me... Stefan says that's a myth. I heard it was a myth as well, actually. But... I don't know. So Casemiro's down. And I think the other one is Maguire. And arguably, as much as Casemiro turned into a bit of a walking joke last season with some of the most shocking performances ever in a United shirt last season, he looked like he didn't have a clue what he was doing. In fairness to him, he was playing at centre-back quite a few of those games when he looked terrible. In this game, he's played quite well, Casemiro. He's done all right. And Maguire's defending has been okay as well. He's done it in a couple of moments. So if those two are injured, good. It shows the United fan base. Maguire became a joke. Lamelia, I agree with you. Maguire has been good today. I don't like bullying. I'm not a fan of bullying. I'm not afraid to criticise. You know, when players are going in a bad vein of form, they deserve a bit of criticism. I don't think we should live in a world where players are immune to criticism, and I think it should be part of the game, but there's levels to it, and it went way beyond criticism and just became cyberbullying, didn't it, you know? And I'm not a fan of that. And I felt sorry for Maguire, and I feel sorry for anyone who receives that level of abuse from his own fans, is the point I'm trying to make. And yet, when Maguire comes back into the United team, last season he was one of their best players. Do you know what I mean? It shows what they actually know, the United fan base, which is precisely fuck all. Fuck all. They just accuse players. They find a scapegoat and stick with it, don't they? I mean, they're not the only football fan base in the world to do that. But you know what I mean? Oh, fucking hell, Akanji. We've got away with it. We've got away with it. A ball across the face of goal was intercepted by Mount, and Kovacic has turned a terrible situation into a wonderful one here. And he gets the ball out to Doku. Doku with a step over. Sidesteps onto his right foot. Jeremy Doku. Oh, and it's just past the post. City claiming corner ball. Doku's going mental at the referee. Should be a corner. Doku's face tells the story here. Should have absolutely been a corner, but well played, Kovacic. Akanji with a sloppy pass, though. And it does take a little deflection off Ahmad. Should be a corner, but it isn't. Stadium looks empty, says Murrow. Not to me, it doesn't. I just saw a picture there. Looks pretty full. If anything, it looks empty at the United end. To be fair, it's just before half-time, which is when most rival fans get their cameras out and start taking photos of the City end. And going, look, empty seats, empty seats. Don't they? At half-time as well, some of them. Like, yeah, of course they're empty seats, mate. They're all getting pies and beer, mate. What do you think? And right now it's 1 minute till half-time, so understandably people have left. Well, not understandably. I don't know why you've come all this way to... I wouldn't want to miss... I never miss a minute, but, you know... Some people... I understand why they do it, though, because of the queues to get your beer. You're either... if you want a beer at half-time... Hang on a minute. Free kick right on half-time from United. It's gone to the back post. It's over every... Oh, and Edison's watched that go out for a goal kick. Easy does it. But, yeah, if you want a beer at half-time at football nowadays, you either miss the first... or the last few minutes of the first half, or the first few minutes of the second half. There's no in-between. You can't go up after the half-time whistle and get back to your seat before the whistle for the second half. It's not possible at the Etihad. It's not possible. You have to miss something. Which is shit. So, it's a shame that we don't know. They've got these, like... I'm sure they've got them in America for any of the American fans watching it, but I was like, whoa, technology, look at that. Like these pint pouring machines now where you turn the glass. Is it you turn the glass like... is it? I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. It fills up from the bottom. Like, what is that? They put these pint glasses down into this, like, contraption. And then the beer goes up the glass. I'm like, what fucking sorcery is this? Like, unbelievable. 2 minutes to go. Injury time. We've got 40 seconds gone. Just over a minute to go till half time. Devious says United will score before City. This has got the makings of a 0-0 penalty game, this has. So far. Just a little bit rusty in front of goal. A few mistakes creeping in. Not Mason Mount. Martinez giving the ball away with Jonny Evans. McAtee getting that effort on goal. Akanji, a few minutes ago, giving a similar style ball away. Sloppy, simple 10 yard pass. Intercepted by Mason Mount. Jack says this game is so bad. Section says we're in the future where beer fills itself up but costs £12. Well, I mean, it's filling itself up. I would like it to just do it in my hand though, like, you know, just have a beer here, an empty glass, and then just goes beer. That'd be brilliant. Ain't beer brilliant? Ain't beer brilliant? There you go. That's going to be half time, and it is half time. What are your predictions for the second half, Blues? Let me sort the clock out first. Hey, look at that. Here's pretty red now. Pretty red. Don't know what the hell it is. I thought about going to the doctors, but then I thought, what sort of moron goes into the doctors and says, my ears are red? The doctor would just be like, fuck you on about, mate? Like, because I have no way of proving it to him. I'll have to get the doctor to come and sit next to me in a live stream, because it only happens in live streams. It doesn't happen anywhere else, or unless I'm unaware of it. I have to get the doctor to come in the live stream. Sit there next to me. But Jan, thank you so much. Typical City legend member for 6 months. Come on, City, you can do it. We need KDB on to send passes over to Haaland. 2-0 to City is what Jan is going for. Introductions will be nice. That's a great point as well, actually. Thinking about it, substitutions, you're going to see players coming on, whether you like it or not. And I'm sure you do when you're talking about players like Kevin bloody De Bruyne. Of course you like it. We have to play players like that now, because they need game time to get ready for the Chelsea game. So there will be changes. United played their hand early. They've gone big. So at some point in this game, United are most likely going to have to make a host of changes, which could see their better players coming on with the game still at 0-0. Their better players coming off, and the game still being at 0-0. Arguably, we've won that first half because the squad, the starting 11. Now, is Pep going to make changes at half time, or wait until the hour mark or the 50-minute mark? We have to wait and see, but there is definitely going to be changes, and I think KDB is going to be one of them. I'll remind you who's on our bench. You can see it on your screen now, or actually. Ortega, Carson, Phillips, Ake, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Nunes, Savinho, and Cabore. So really, out of them, who do you want to see on the pitch? Now, Savio and De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva, potentially. I would like to see those guys. But you're bringing on Savio and Bernardo Silva, like Kobe says there, Bob and Doku are cooking. You're absolutely right. So if you're going to bring on a Bernardo Silva, unless you play him centrally, you're bringing off Oscar Bob. And if you're bringing on Savio, you're bringing off Doku or Oscar Bob, depending on where they play. So to bring on those better players, you're actually taking off two of our most threatening players. I thought Rico Lewis played well. He was everywhere. He was everywhere in that first half, Rico Lewis, as he always is. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to the second half now, thinking about it. There should be some big changes from City. And United's bench. What's United's bench? Give me a minute. It's gone now. There you go. Bayende, Collier, Ericsson, McTominay, Palestri, Anthony, Garnacho, Sancho and Xerxes. Those last three concern me a little bit. Sancho is a good player with a terrible attitude, but he's still a good player. You saw what he did before joining United and going out on loan again last season. He's still clearly a good player. He just doesn't seem to bed in at United at all, does he? But Garnacho's a danger. Xerxes got that unknown quantity. We don't know what we're going to get from Xerxes. He will have that debut feel, like coming onto a pitch, Manchester derby, debut. Same can be said about Savio, though. Savino, whichever. I know a lot. I think he prefers Savino, doesn't he? So he needs to get in the habit of saying Savino. I swear it was him who started the whole Savio thing, though. I'm sure he started it. But now he wants to go back to Savino. Anthony is their fifth choice winger, and he only cost 80 million. That's a great point, Jan. Yet you've got Mark Goldbridge who says it's an absolute outrage that Manchester City sold Julian Alvarez for 82 million. But Anthony, who got 32 goals and assists combined last season, Alvarez. So the 82 million, yeah, kind of see why. A bit of a good deal, quite a good deal. I'd say 75 would be about fair, I would say, for Alvarez, because of the future of Alvarez as well. You're not buying now, you're also thinking he's 24. You know, he's not quite hit the peak yet. Pep's going mental. But you talk about value and jokes. Anthony for 80 million. That's a joke. That's why I laughed, Stuart. There's a smile, mate. Enjoy that. That's why I laughed. That's a joke. Unbelievable. Kevin saying Savio on the left, Haaland in the middle, and Doku on the right. That goes back to the Leroy Sané and Sterling days, that, doesn't it? With naturally footed players on the same side that they're playing on. Do you know what I mean? Left footers on the left wing, right footers on the right wing. And that excites me. It forces players to the byline a lot as well. Also exciting. I love football when it's at the byline. If you think about the two opportunities, well, one of the opportunities that we've had today was that O'Reilly, it's not really a chance for O'Reilly because Doku's brilliant work, but getting to the byline, brilliant. It was brilliant. And then that cutback, O'Reilly had space. He had space. Right, I'm going to need some water for the second half, so bear with me. I will be back in 2 secs. Stick with me. You can speak to Mr. Chair. I don't know how I'm going to hold this. But yeah, let's go. Enjoy speaking to Mr. Chair. Be back in a minute. Come on, City. Cheers for waiting, if you did. Appreciate it. Oh, I need some H2O. It's fucking boiling in here. Everyone enjoy that song that was being sung on the way. It's a shame we're going to hear it more, I hope, this season. But I'll definitely be singing it if we win this game. But that follow, City's taking the piss and you know all that money you spent since Ferguson went and you'll never win 4 in a row. Follow, City's taking the piss and you know. Come on, City. I want to sing it. United had a mixed pre-season as well, didn't they? They lost to Rosenborg. Sorry. Is it Rosenborg or Rosenborg? Can't remember. Yeah, 1-0 I think. It was like the 93rd minute winner for Rosenborg. Then Arsenal and Liverpool, which, I mean, it's Arsenal and Liverpool, but still. And they beat Rangers and Real Betis. So mixed. And they played one more game than we did, so they're arguably a little bit closer to full fitness than we are, but they didn't have as many Euro superstars as we did. But yeah, second half coming around. What time is it? A few minutes away. I think we're going to bring on... I'm excited. Jan's got me going. I'm thinking there are going to be some substitutions. I hope at half time. Who's drunk? Yeah, I went and got a pint of vodka, mate. Yeah. I wish I was drunk. I'll be drinking a few times in the season, I reckon. But I wanted to be sober for today, because drunk me gets a bit wild sometimes, which is fun for you. But a little bit offensive here and there. Yeah, I was thinking about getting some guests on this year as well, because you know me, I've always done it by myself on this channel. Considering it, I don't know what I want to do, because the only guest I've ever had on is Stefan Borson as well, and I'm hoping to get him on again this coming season. It would be nice to get Stefan on. But more along the lines of probably... Oh, fucking knee. That was right on the point of your knee. You bastard. On the 115, hopefully. Talk about some of the... probably the next time you see Stefan Borson on this channel will probably be the announcement of the charges. So close to Christmas, November. Hopefully, maybe the APT case. Yeah, he was great. He was great. Get Rory. Rory who? Not Rory Jennings. Fucking hell. I'm not sure either of us would want to entertain each other, to be honest, because I would call out so much of his bullshit. But I would love to do a stream with Mark Goldbridge. He wouldn't touch me with a 9-foot barge pole. Mark Goldbridge. He wouldn't want me anywhere near his channel, or him on my channel. He just wouldn't. Mark keeps himself to himself now, doesn't he? Or Brent, whatever you call him. But yeah, no, I've been considering it. I got quite a few requests last season to go on to other channels. I might appear on other channels as well, because there's quite a few, I say loads, there's not loads, but there's quite a few new upcoming City channels. Go and check them out as well. Show some love to the smaller City channels out there, because I know what it's like to start, and it's daunting. At first you get excited, you think, I'll make a YouTube channel, and then you're like, why haven't I got 1 million subscribers? I've made 3 videos. Excuse me, where are all my subscribers? You're like, and then you find out the hard way that it ain't that easy. It isn't that easy at all, and you have to keep grinding. You have to keep trying different things, and just be consistent and try and keep the quality good as well as consistent. But yeah, help the people who are just starting out. I know there's that Luke City Luke City TV, I think it's called, and is it Bevo TV? City Bevo TV, he reached out to me. I might pop on his channel at some point during the season as well. I don't think my appearance will help them. It's not how YouTube works. Me coming on their channel makes their channel better. It doesn't work like that. It's the algorithm's a bit harsher than that. You need to make... It's all about just the subject and you. They want you. You have to make them subscribe, so... But yeah, go and check out City Bevo TV and Luke City Fan TV. I can't remember the words. It's City Luke TV, I think it is. Something like that. Doesn't look like we're making any changes, because O'Reilly is still kitted up. Oh, no, I thought Kevin De Bruyne was coming on, but he's wearing his substitute top, which is almost look like the kit, really. Kevin De Bruyne has he taken off that slick back hair? That top knot? Going for having double Viking in our team. But it doesn't look like either side are making any changes yet. Let's have a listen. You right, Hydra? Sort this bloody screensaver out. Pep's not happy. He's not happy at all. He's shaking his head again. He shook his head. He was walking off at half time. He was shaking his head. 250 in the building. Thank you so much, everybody. Really, really appreciate it. Pop a like on the stream if you can. And consider subscribing as well if you're new. And get involved as well in the chat as well, because I know there are people there in that chat, that, or not in the chat rather, that are watching but don't fancy speaking in the chat. Everybody can have their say. Everybody. And you're all welcome to speak. Bet game's about to get underway. Cheers for the reminder, Kevin. Is that what you meant when you said starting? But yeah, you're absolutely right. Casemiro's still on, so that injury seems to have shaken that off. McAtee's about to get the game underway. Second half, here we go! Manchester derby, second half. Let's fucking have them, Blues, come on! And we're off! Second half underway, come on City! As you can see, look at the seats. Now that is half empty. It's going to be like that for the first 5 minutes. Everyone get your photos out. United didn't fill their end. Long ball up to Haaland. Fighting with... and he's given a free kick away, apparently. I thought that was a bit harsh. Seemed a bit 50-50 to me. Devious. I'm glad you brought up Cole Palmer. Because I was having a little brainwave before, and I was also sticking with the same subject. You might be right. Cole Palmer to turn up against City. You might be right. You more than likely. I bet he'll probably score. Hopefully we still win the game. But hang on a minute. United just about getting it clear. Mainu now. That's a great ball into Bruno Fernandes, and it's over the top for Marcus Rashford to chase. You've got Ahmad who's screaming for it at the back post, but Akanji's got back to slow the attack down, but it's still got Marcus Rashford, and he's gone past him too easily. Akanji eventually gets the touch. Akanji looked sluggish then, mate. He looked like he was really struggling. The ball's going to roll out for a goal kick. He got back really well, but there was a moment where Marcus Rashford, after slowing it down, look at the replay here, he goes past him. Akanji looked slow then when he went past him. That's pre-season. He's been playing football for 5 days. He's just back. That's what you get. That's what you get this stage of the season, unfortunately. Anyway, back to the point I was going to make about Cole Palmer. Is he going to be a free spirit at Chelsea? Because last season under Pochettino, he was free. He was as free as a bird. He was everywhere. O'Reilly trying to win a free kick there, and he does. A bit lucky there for me, to be honest. But well done. Showed in a little bit of footballing IQ there to go down. Waiting for the contact. Cole Palmer in a Chelsea system with Maresca as your manager. Just picture Pep Guardiola, because it is Pep, basically. Maresca is very, very similar ideologies as Pep Guardiola. There are no free spirits in our team with Pep Guardiola. Even Kevin De Bruyne, who may look like he's free-spirited and rolling around, he's told to stay in those pockets. He goes in and out of those pockets. They all have roles to do, whereas Cole Palmer was very, very free in that Chelsea team last season. He was on the wing at times, he was cutting inside, he was going wherever he wanted. He ain't going to have that freedom in a Chelsea shirt with Maresca as the manager. So while Cole Palmer's still a quality player, obviously, and he can do damage, he may get less opportunities to enact that damage, to put that damage onto the scoreboard. He might not get as many opportunities this season. That's just my guess. That's my guess. At the end of the season, we could be looking at another season where Cole Palmer's got like 30 goals and assists combined. You never know. But it's going to be interesting to see how Chelsea set up. Akanji giving the ball. He did well to win it back there, Akanji. Jonny Evans high up the pitch. Kovacic just about putting off Mason Mount, but they've still got the ball, United. They look tired at the back, City. They do. Akanji in particular, there's a couple of laboured runs there. And United are pushing us back here. City have got a bit of defending to do. Super FC just came home. Are we doing okay? Yeah, okay. We're doing okay. Oh, nearly given away by Onana, but Mainu just gets there in time. I thought Haaland was going to win that then. But, yeah, we're doing okay. Super FC. Couple of chances for City in the first half, but arguably the best chance of the game went to United. Two best chances of the game, both went to United. It was Ahmad with a nice little 1-2 with Casemiro in the first half to get Ahmad in on goal, 8 yards out, angled. But rather than going for goal, he tried to square it to Mason Mount across the 6-yard box, overhit it. Mason Mount should have been on his toes a little bit as well. The run should have been a bit quicker from Mason Mount. Chance gone. Another good move from United. Fast footwork, fast football, pass. On the edge of our area, the ball ends up at the feet of Marcus Rashford in space on the left side of our penalty area. He looks to whip it into that far corner, completely ballses it up and overhits it. O'Reilly bursting, and he's overhit it over Riley. He had the space to run into, but not that much space. McAtee's won it back though. He says, that's my ball, and he overruns it as well. Doku was going to take that off him, but McAtee said, no, leave it, it's mine. Referee, thinking about it, he thought that's not a foul, but then because he rolled around on the floor like a sack of shit, he gave the free kick. Repeat of the FA Cup final, not really. No. We've had chances as well that I've not mentioned in that first half. Doku has been brilliant in that. There was one moment of brilliance from Doku in particular where he beat Dalot, then he beat Maguire, got to the byline, dinked it to almost to the penalty spot, and O'Reilly was caught on his heels a little bit. I think O'Reilly was expecting it on the floor, cut back rather than a dinked one. But if he'd been running onto it, he'd have got a free header. Chance gone. McAtee hit the post with a gift. Jonny Evans and Martinez getting confused. Martinez giving it away, going past Jonny Evans and sending McAtee through on goal, one-on-one. At an angle, tries to whip it, hits the post. Chance gone. And then Oscar Bob, brilliant footwork from him, dribbling in, cutting into his left foot, and he drills it quite horribly over the bar, but good from Oscar Bob in the first half as well. Doku and Bob, two best players. Rico Lewis not far behind. Other than that, it's looked like a bit pre-season-y, a little bit laboured from both sides at times. Overall, I'd say we dominated the first half. Just chance-wise, United had the better of the chances in terms of the clarity of the chances, at least. I think Kovacic has done really well there, winning that ball back. He sent Haaland away, and Doku, not Oscar Bob. Doku onto his right foot. Is he going to overhit it? It's a good tackle from Casemiro, that. Overran it there, Doku, a little bit. And there's that long switch. As soon as we give the ball away, that's what they're doing. It's that diagonal ball, which Super FC, by the way, is like the FA Cup final. It's the same tactics. Narrow defending when we've got the ball. When we lose it, the wingers go bang, whether it's Ahmad or Rashford. And depending on which side of the pitch you go on, they go long and diagonal. And so far, it's not quite paid off for United, but it's the best threats that they've got so far. I'm worried about Akanji, because there's been a couple of passes that have been really sloppy as well from him so far. Jason's can smell a penalty shootout. I said that just before half time, didn't I, mate? I said that this one's got 0-0 penalties written all over it, innit? Well, I think you might be right. Is it actually possible to run gracefully with keeper gloves on? No, it's not. It's not. You immediately have to run like that. Like Flappy Birds trying to take off. Ball through. Is he onside? Bruno Fernandes is in. Akanji's got back, slowed him down, whipped it. Oh, and it's 1-0. Oh, it's 1-0 from Bruno Fernandes, that fucker. Oh, has the flag gone up? The flag's gone up. Thank fuck for that. That horrible bucktooth apple eating through a letterbox, rat-faced bastard nearly made it 1-0. Jesus. Yeah, and it's offside. Is there VAR, by the way? I mean, what a finish from Bruno Fernandes that is. He whips it into that top corner over the hands of Edison, who can't do anything about it. It looked like offside for me, but looked quite a bit. I think the grass lines helped in our viewing because it looked like no one was in that segment of grass that was slightly darker shade of green. But Jack, yeah, it wasn't impressive. It looked quite easy to get through us, and we have gone quite sloppy at the back. And I think it's time for changes now, Pep. Ruben Diaz doing well there, keeping the ball at least. Akanji down the line, giving it, yep, nearly giving it away. Very nearly giving it away. Out for a throw into City, though. Akanji's been poor. He needs to up his game. There's nothing wrong with the first half, but this 9 minutes so far in the second half, Akanji's struggled. And here he is again, Akanji. Rico Lewis. Back to Akanji. Back to Edison, right on the touchline. Edison fires one out for McAtee, and it's given away. Casemiro wins it. He didn't want that, McAtee. They're going to win it here, United, if we're not careful. They've got no free kick. We're away. Away we go. O'Reilly coming forward, straight through the middle, into Haaland's path. He's had to slow it down. Haaland. And Haaland gives it away, but it's McAtee. Wide, horribly wide. A effort from about 30 yards. McAtee running onto it late. The connection between O'Reilly and Haaland just doesn't seem quite right. Haaland didn't want it then, to be fair to Haaland. O'Reilly fired it into Haaland. He didn't want it then, though. Haaland wanted to keep going with it. He didn't want the ball then. A few more yards, and then find Haaland. But Haaland, he was fed him, and it made Haaland stop because the pass was at him rather than in front of him. So Haaland had to stop, turn, and then Haaland needs to do better once he's got the ball at that point as well. And he tries to find O'Reilly back, and it's just a poor pass. Kovacic is going to win that, though. He's in business here if he can. Well, he's got the ball in a dangerous area. He's giving it back to Doku. City's still pretty slow with it. Doku, though, on the edge of the area, and Dalot wins the ball back really well. Doku wants a free kick, but that was just good defending, mate. Back up on your feet. Get back now, mate, because that was good from Dalot, unfortunately. Bruno Fernandes, another one of these diagonal balls. We're being stretched by these passes. Ahmad, one-on-one with Gvardiol. McAtee getting back. Cleared by O'Reilly. Well played, O'Reilly. Getting back and doing the business, doing the dirty jobs there. We need that. Here come United again. Ahmad down the right-hand side. Into Mainu. Bruno Fernandes whips it. No one's watching that. Rico Lewis has to nod it away for a corner, and it's going to be a corner ball. United are not going away. City need to make some changes now, Pep. Because this game's running away with us a little bit at the minute. United look the better side for the first time in however many minutes we've gone. 56. Devious wants the false 9. Who would you bring on then, mate? What would you do? Oscar Bob? Put him up front. Savio on the right. Oscar Bob up front. I wouldn't object to that because Haaland's offered very little. It's just one of them players, isn't he? He can score at any moment. Corner ball, whipped in. It's under everybody, and Ruben Diaz gets it away, but Mason Mount's going to keep this alive. McAtee getting out to him, dinked back post again. Maguire underneath it, he nods it. Akanji gets it away. Just Doku now. Flag goes up, offside. The German himself wants penalties. You're right, Niall. The more I see an out-and-out striker in the Pep system, the more I want a false 9. Haaland has done nothing in this game. 3 opportunities we had, he was nowhere near. What do you mean Haaland's missed? He hasn't missed any opportunity. He's not been involved at all, really, has he? But he scored. That's the thing with Haaland, though. It's like you give him a chance, more often than not, he'll score. That's the thing. We saw that against Chelsea. They gifted him opportunities. United are making a range of substitutions here at 0-0, which is they have to because it's fitness levels now. They've played the hour. Mason Mount's off. Ahmad's off. Maguire's off. Collier's on. Garnacho's on. I can't see them all. Is that Harry Amas coming on at left back? Couldn't see it. Yep. Kobe Mainoo's off. Mount's off. Ahmad's off. Maguire's off. Garnacho, McTominay, Collier, and it's Palestri coming on for United. So they haven't lost that much there. There's still some quality. McTominay's got a goal in him. Garnacho's got a goal in him. Lovely footwork from O'Reilly. Ghosts past Casemiro like he wasn't there. And then he overruns it. He needed to lay that off at that point. He'd done the hard bit. But now you've got the energy of United. You might not have the experienced heads on the pitch, but you've definitely got the energy from United for the last half an hour, while City are not making changes, which I'm surprised at. Considering we already look tired, and now we're going up against 4 fresh players that have got half an hour just to put everything into this game. Pep, time for a change, mate. Typical City membership has been gifted by Jeff. Bam Bam gets it. Nice one, Jeff. What a legend you are, mate. Enjoy that, Bam Bam. Muro Fija says he sees a mistake. Yeah, we can't get into the whole Gareth Southgate argument. Doesn't make any changes. But yeah, I do think Pep is 60 minutes in now. Time for some changes before they go 1-0 up. Here's Bruno Fernandes down the line to Garnacho. Rico Lewis does really, really well. Fantastic from Rico Lewis. Absolutely loved that from Rico Lewis. Saw it, read it, and then he wins the ball back and he lays it down the line beautifully. Well played, Rico. Ederson now with the ball. Out to Gvardiol. That was great. I love seeing that from Rico Lewis. Really good. Ruben Diaz. Savio has been warming up. You're absolutely right. Ryan. Kovacic there, pressed by Marcus Rashford. Akanji now slow with the ball, but in the penalty area, no pressure on him. Gets it into Kovacic. Rico Lewis. Back to Akanji. City trying to get control of this game, but by having control, it's not really doing anything dangerous with it because it's very slow. We're passing the ball. It's very laboured, very pedestrian. Douglas is gifted one typical City membership. Douglas, you're a legend, mate. Jack Lee gets that. Nice one, Douglas. You're a legend, mate. I hope you're well as well, buddy. You've been on this channel from pretty much day dot. I remember you were like one of the first people I spoke to on this channel. Doku. Appreciate it, Douglas, mate. He's had to go back, but Doku's got the ball back. One-on-one with Palestri. Beats him with ease. Doku into the space. It's McAtee with space. He's got a turn, though. Into a pocket. Rico Lewis still in the area. City. Screensaver's gone. Piss off, screensaver. Gvardiol with an effort. Oh, it's gone wide. Right foot. Gvardiol from about 25 yards out. Whips it, looking for the bottom corner. And it goes wide. I think Onana saw that it was going wide, but not a bad effort, but good football from Doku. And Rico Lewis as well getting involved. Not a terrible effort from Gvardiol, considering it's his weaker foot. I mean, it was closer than Marcus Rashford, who was in on goal. To be honest, it was closer than that. So, good effort. What is this font that we're using on the back of our shirts? It's like graffiti style. Subs coming on. It's Nunez. And who's that? Is that Savio? Is that Savio? Here we go. Savinio. Here we go. Savinio. Let's go. Savinio. O'Reilly off. Nunez on. And it's Doku off for Savinio. It's Savinio time. He looks confident. I'm excited. Is he going to do something? Is this going to be Savinio time? Piss off, Sky. Your latest Sky mobile bill is £16. Piss off. Oh, I'd love it. I would love it. Le Milieu. Was that good? Was that a good French accent? I probably didn't even pronounce it right, but the is the word I tried to get right. Milieu. Gvardiol. Looking forward to seeing Núñez as well. I know he's not won over too many City fans, but he's not lost me. Rico Lewis. He's working hard, isn't he? Rico Lewis. He's everywhere. He's working harder than a fat, ugly, diabetic stripper. It's wonderful stuff. Over the top. Haaland to chase. Won it. Great play from Haaland. Oscar Bob now. Switching it. First touch in a Manchester City shirt. Savinho brings it under his spell. He's got Palestri to beat. Turns back. Oscar Bob giving it away. He's gone centrally, Oscar Bob. And here comes Garnacho one-on-one with Ruben Diaz. This is not the one-on-one we want to see because he's got pace. Bruno Fernandes dinks it. They're in business here. United. McTominay though. Núñez getting back. Wins. Well played. Mateus Núñez wants the goal kick as well. Does he get it? Yes, he does. Fantastic play from Mateus Núñez getting back. Using his speed there as well because Ruben Diaz was in no man's land. He was struggling. He was on his own. He had to choose Garnacho or McTominay. And he went with Garnacho. The ball was dinked over to McTominay, it was overhit from Bruno Fernandes, so he was going away from goal, but Núñez carried on, making sure he went away from goal, and he won the ball and gets himself a goal kick as well. And here comes City. Jan with the super chat, thank you very much. The font used was designed by Noel Gallagher based on his handwriting. Come on, City. No way. He gets a lot of love, doesn't he? Deservedly so. I do like Noel. Savinho bursting past, and he's laid it into Núñez. The substitutions nearly combined there, and it's a corner ball. Palestri blocking the incoming cross from Núñez. Savinho looks like he's lighting up this pitch already with some wonderful football we've seen from him. So Noel Gallagher hand wrote all of the, just probably the alphabet, and then they printed it. No way. I do like Noel Gallagher, but corner ball. Savinho into the box, back post, nodded back across, Ruben Diaz, Gvardiol keeps it alive, it's gone out of the area though, it's Oscar Bob now looking for someone to pass to. He's on his own, Ruben Diaz going down the right wing, Oscar Bob says, fuck it, I'll try myself, crosses it back post, underneath it's Savinho, oh, and it's blocked. McAtee, keeping it alive, oh, he's giving it away though, has he? Kovacic has got to go in there, wins the foul, well played Mateo Kovacic, surely that's a foul, yes. It was a slow ball back to Kovacic from McAtee. It was one that became 50-50, and whoever went in hardest was going to win it. That was Kovacic. He wins it and gets himself a free kick because Garnacho left a trailing leg. Savio with McAtee on the overlap. Savio goes past Palestri like he's not even there. He dinks it in. It's a wonderful cross from Savio, and Haaland should have been in there. Should have been in there. It was a great ball in, right into the dangerous area. Keeper was in no man's land. On the middle of the line of the 6-yard box, that was just a great cross from Savio, that was. Haaland needs to get used to that now, because he's going to be, this is bread and butter stuff for Haaland now. He needs to ghost to the back post and then burst across his defender and get into that middle near post area. Because Savio looks like he's got crossing ability in abundance, mate. Oh, he's got past Núñez getting packed and gets a tactical foul. That's going to be a yellow card for Mateus Núñez, surely. I'll take it, though. One worth getting. Yellow card. Mateus Núñez saying, that's my first one. Doesn't matter, mate. Can't do that. That's a yellow card. Whether it's the first foul or your 20th foul, that's a yellow card. I glee Savio's crossing his class. Yeah, it is. I thought he was going to get on the end of that cross. Was it an Oscar Bob cross? You thought he went for it himself, didn't he? Oscar Bob, and then he dinked it back post. I thought Savio, he got it on target, but there was just like 3 or 4 United defenders in front of him, so it was going to be difficult for it to hit the back of the net in that scenario. But still, 23 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. City have turned the screw a little bit. Savio and Núñez's introduction looked good. Dallow's giving it away. Dallow's moved to left back now, and Kovacic is giving it away there. Real opportunity to send Haaland away, but then United give it away. Kovacic with a second chance. Savio, first time passing to Haaland. Haaland's on his own, lays it off to Savio. Savio with United defenders around him looks to try and find Oscar Bob and McAtee, but he overhits his pass and it's out for a United throw. But United surrounded Erling Haaland then on his own. Poor play all round, really, from both sides. Both sides giving it away too easily there in the last couple of minutes. Casemiro. Savio closing him down a little bit there. His Brazilian camaraderie, whatever you want to call it. Garnacho, Casemiro, first time over the top for Bruno Fernandes, and if he's in here, Bruno Fernandes straight into the hands of Edison, but he was onside as well. Could have taken another couple of touches there, Bruno Fernandes, but he tried to have a shot from the edge of the area. Mateus Nunes does well there. Turn and sprint, Mateus. Away he goes. Look at him go. That's the galloping run of Mateus Nunes. I love that. Lays it into Savio. Keeps going. Savio sends Nunes away. Nunes down to the byline. Oh, and it's a good tackle from Martinez. Wins the ball. Takes a lot of the man as well. And Mateus Nunes has stayed down here. Typical dirty bastard challenge from Martinez that. He loves hurting people, doesn't he? Yeah, it was... Bruno Fernandes was well onside then as well. Well onside. Kanji caught sleeping. He's had a bad second half, Akanji. A bad second half. Fitness. It's rustiness. It's mental fatigue. You're just getting back. He needs to warm up. But Savio with the corner. It's a good one. Into Akanji. You nearly imagine. Imagine if Akanji scored then. That would be so typical of me. Every time I badmouth a player, they score. But another good cross from Savio. His corners aren't whipped. They're a little bit loopy, but they're accurate, which is more important than anything. Ruben Diaz is puffing here. He's gone down to he's bent over, looking like he's hurt. He's feeling something. Not sure what it is, but I would rather keep Ruben Diaz fit, to be honest. So I think we should be thinking about taking him off if he's struggling, Pep. Who can come on, though? Can't remember the bench. Savio ball in. Akanji under it again, but this time it's cleared. Oscar Bob's keeping it alive. Rico Lewis just hopeful ball out to Savio, and it works. Referee slowed the game down, stopped the game, in fact, because Gvardiol has gone down holding his face. Time for a breather. The game just like sparked into action then. Since the City substitutions, the United substitutions haven't changed. If anything, they've harmed them. But City bringing on Savio and Nunes has been a great addition. Yeah, the Germ himself, KDB on for McAtee now. That will put the shits up them. Stefan completely disagrees. No, do not risk KDB. You've got to give him something, Stefan. We can't just pretend that he can't play. You know what I mean? Like, because if he doesn't play in this game, then we will have that same conversation for the Chelsea game. He's got to come on for 15, 20 minutes or something. He's got to play something in this game, surely. Because that means if he doesn't come on in this game, surely he doesn't start against Chelsea either. They've given it away again, United here. Oscar Bob with space. Rico Lewis with the interception. It's Oscar Bob, though, looking for someone. McAtee now. Back to Oscar Bob. Lovely turn from Oscar Bob. Rico Lewis back to Oscar Bob. Oh, and it's a great bit of defending. McAtee, though, got the ball. Looking for a little Maradona turn. It was a good bit of defending from Casemiro again. Ruben Diaz now being forced back to his own goal. Gets it back to Edison. Quasbit. So glad I found this channel. Appreciate that, mate. I'm glad you found it too. Nice one, section. Appreciate the support. If you can, drop a like on the stream, please do. And subscribe if you're new. Oscar Bob with a weird little pass. What a weird technique that was. It worked. Oh, Rico Lewis has ran it out of play, though, unfortunately. But that pass from Oscar Bob was like some alien technique. That was like, what was he doing there? It was some weird outside of the boot technique, like proper, like bent his ankle in a weird way then. Haaland needs to wake up, says the Germ himself. I would be considering taking him off with... I don't know, though. If a chance drops to Haaland in this game, he'll make it 1-0. If it's the first chance, anyway, at least. Foul. Nunes is... Bruno Fernandes, you shithouse. Just boots the ball against Rico Lewis, trying to get himself booked. Trying to get him booked. The free kick had just been given. The player literally can't disappear any quicker. He's got to go back. He was walking away from the ball, but Bruno Fernandes just boots it against him on purpose, trying to get him a yellow card. And that in itself should be a yellow card when you're purposefully trying to get someone booked. That should be a yellow card. Savio, what a touch! The pass from Onana was great, by the way. If that let that sink in. He actually gave it away, Savio, in the end. But it was Onana's pass over the head of Savio, who watched it coming down over the top of him while Palestri's waiting there, and he just brings it down so nonchalantly. Love that, mate. He is the Brazilian Mahrez. He's taken his number as well, hasn't he? He's taken the shirt number. He's very much got Mahrez vibes. He really has. But with more pace, because that's one thing Mahrez lacked, was that little bit of pace. Everything else was sensational. Work rate as well. I think Mahrez, eventually, in his final... I mean, after season 1, he learned you aren't going to play for Pep if you don't work hard, if you don't close down, if you don't track back. But Mahrez, when he joined City, struggled with that. Eventually, he got on board with it, realised I've got to put a shift in, and he did. Savio naturally wants to do that, though. He seems like he's a natural hard worker. United are in here. Garnacho's in business. He's got that ball to Rashford. Surely it's one. He's hit the post! He's fucked it! He's absolutely fucked it! Marcus Rashford, you bellend. Oh, absolutely love it. He's hit the post. City are too open here, though. Where's Gvardiol there, mate? Where is Gvardiol? Akanji in no man's land. Everyone thinking that's going to hit the back of the net. Marcus Rashford waits for that ball to come across his body onto his left foot. First time. There's a little boy in the background, little 8-year-old boy going, yeah! Oh! Which is, as much as his age shouldn't play a factor. That's funny. That's funny. I love seeing that shit, especially when he's wearing a United shirt. Oh, what a miss. Got away with that one. Pushing our luck here, Blues. Pushing it. We really are. Nunes brings the ball down. Gets it. Man on, Gvardiol. Well done, mate. Well done. Great play. McAtee gets involved and does well. Akanji out to Rico. Come on, mate. Back to Edison. Back to Akanji. It's looking shaky at the back. We're looking really shaky at the back. On and off the ball, both. We've given it away. Kovacic, back to Akanji. Akanji looking for someone. He dinks it, hopefully, into Haaland, and it's given away. You've got to fire it into him, man. Palestri at right back. Collier playing defensive mid now for United. McTominay's come deep to collect the ball. Casemiro with his hands on his hips looks tired. But he's still on the pitch for that experience. We need KDB now for me. 10 minutes. Give him 10 minutes. At 0-0. He's not even warming up though. I don't think Pep's going to make any changes, you know. Marcus Rashford's miscontrolled it. Out for a throw-in. $200 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate that. 213. But yeah, if you could pop, we've got 295 of you watching. If you could stick a like on the stream, it really helps. Edison. Nunes with space and time. Gvardiol dinks one over the top for Savio to chase. He's got the ball, Savio. Is he onside though? He is. No, sorry, he's offside. Evans sticking his hand in the air and the linesman does what he wants. Who's that? I can see some City players warming up actually. It's because they weren't on camera. What does everyone make of Phillips? Because there's not many rumours of him leaving. I feel like it'll be like a last week of the transfer window decision, but he isn't going to get in the starting 11 for Manchester City. Even when you think he is, I don't think Phillips is going to get in the starting 11. I just don't think Pep trusts him. Even his new centre-back role, for me, it's like, good, yeah. I've always said that. He struggles. Hang on a minute. Rashford, diagonal ball out to Garnacho. Brings it down. Comes inside with Nunes to beat. Past Nunes. Garnacho onto his left foot. Blocked. Corner ball. Phillips has never been able to play facing the goalkeeper. He's always struggled with that, and it's an area of his game that's bugged me. Pep's obviously seen it, tried, right, I'll stick you at centre-back. So you're going to receive the ball on the half-turn as a centre-back. You only receive it with your back to the way you're shooting, as a defensive midfielder more often than not. Very rarely as a centre-back. You go to the sides of the goalkeeper to collect the ball. So you're almost on the half turn already. And as soon as you get the ball, the pitch is in front of you. That suits Phillips. But we've got 4 other centre-backs. Corner ball. It's in. Free header for Marcus Rashford, and McTominay's missed it. We're getting away with it. We're getting away with it. Come on, Blues. Pushing our luck here. Marcus Rashford with free header. Savio not really reading the game there. That's not an area of the pitch where Savio is not his strong point then, defending corners, clearly, because he completely lost Marcus Rashford there. But McTominay missed it completely. Marcus Rashford nods it down across the goal. McTominay's just gets caught under his feet and goes underneath him. Bernardo Silva's on. And McAtee is off. I'm alright with that. I would rather Kevin De Bruyne, but Bernardo Silva is hardly a bad player, is he? He's a fucking brilliant player. He's unbelievable. Rico Lewis down the line. Giving away though. Oscar Bob. Here comes Bernardo Silva. Wins the ball back straight away and says, Haaland, get the fuck out of the way. I'm dribbling. Haaland overtakes him though. Out to Savio. Savio slows it down onto his right foot. He's coming away from goal though now, Savio. He's gone back to Rico Lewis. United have got numbers back now. The opportunity looks to be half gone. Oscar Bob nearly gives it away, but he's got it back. Akanji. Out to Oscar Bob. United have got back in their shape. City have slowed it down. It's 0-0. Less than 10 minutes to go till stoppage time. Appreciate that, Benji. Nunes. Foul, referee. Foul, yeah. Palestri. Lazy defending from Palestri. Bites, nibbles at the heels of Nunes, and Nunes falls over willingly. It was a foul and City go back with it rather than getting it into the box though. Stefan, you're absolutely right. Everyone remember we don't have the best midfield in the world on the pitch today. And so far, Kovacic has done a decent job. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Kovacic has been great. He has. Nunes did poorly there. He got caught on the ball, but he's been all right since he's come onto the pitch as well. Oh, it's deflected off Gvardiol, and United are in business here. They're in business. It's Garnacho, 2-on-1. In fact, Garnacho is into the penalty area, and he's going to bury it. It's 1-0 United. Garnacho's made it 1-0. What a fucker. Can't say it hasn't been coming, unfortunately, because we've been getting sloppy. We've been getting fucking sloppy at the back. That's shit, that. That's frustrating. That's frustrating. Shite. It was a lucky deflection in the middle of the pitch that comes off the chest of Gvardiol, and it goes into the path of, I think, Bruno Fernandes. And once it hits Gvardiol's chest, we're dead. Because we're out of shape. And they're bursting through on goal. If you look at this now, Palestri, and it clips off. He was lucky. He's trying to find Garnacho, and eventually the ball ends up at his feet. And Garnacho puts it into the bottom corner to make it 1-0. Yeah, now it's time for KDB. Now it's KDB time. I don't see the point in not having KDB on the bench. Why? You should be using all the players today, really, apart from Carson and maybe Ortega. Don't worry, Blues. Don't worry. We'll finish above them. We'll finish above them. They'll turn into the typically shit United that we all know and we all love. Over the course of the season, they'll do some shockingly bad matches and they'll drop points, stupid points. I promise you. And we'll finish above them. Sancho onto the pitch for United. Fucking hell. Oh, Kovacic is giving it away. It's the worst feeling ever, isn't it? When you take kickoff, having gone 1-0 down, and then the first thing you do is give it away. It's such a horrible feeling that. I hate it. And I love it when the opposition do it, because it fires you up, doesn't it? You go, yes, right, they're rattled. Onana looking to find McTominay, but he's intercepted by Kovacic. Ruben Diaz now. The space has been there in this second half for United. That three at the back system, which has been a flat back three for most of the game, but it's looked open. It's looked very, very open at the back, in particular down Gvardiol's side, in terms of space. Akanji's had a sloppy game in terms of his output, in terms of his actual contribution. But the space that United have managed to find down their right-hand side and down here, they're away again. Gvardiol does well, intercepts it. Could have been a handball, but he gets the ball down to Savio. Savio doesn't look happy there. Savio and Gvardiol tackle each other. Free kick to City, though. Getting booked. The cheating nearly went over the top then. Nearly said a word that I haven't said on this channel yet. It'll happen one day. Garnacho pretending he hadn't heard the whistle. Bernardo Silva flattening him as well. Take that, you bastard. Indecent celebrations from United fans should have been removed, says Douglas. What were they doing? Getting the knobs out? Don't forget, we lost to Arsenal last season. The season before we lost to Liverpool. The season before that we lost to Leicester. We are shit in Community Shields, quite clearly. We are poo in Community Shields. It's not been the greatest of second halves, most notably. First half, it was much better. Second half, we've just not controlled the game enough. Lovely play from Nunes there. Nearly beat 3 United players. Kovacic has got to go in there. McTominay has overrun it. Go on, long ball over the top there. Nunes, turn, mate, turn. Being forced away from goal. Gets that ball to Savio. Savio's tackled by Bruno Fernandes. And then he's going to give the ball away. He's fouled as well. He's taking looks like he's got a stray arm to the mouth, Savio. Might not be the debut that we wanted from Savio, but little flashes of quality that we have seen have looked good from him. I'm surprised we've not seen Kevin De Bruyne yet. I really am. And it's not even about winning this match. I'm talking about getting him ready for Chelsea. There's no more game time. There's no more pre-season after this. Premier League starts tomorrow. Training starts tomorrow. So Kevin De Bruyne has got to be on this pitch, surely, for something. To get some match fitness going. McTominay and Gvardiol having a little tussle there. Linesman nearly gets taken out with him. Good, honest tackling there. No aftermath either. Both of them just get on with it. Good. Savio was fouled. Bernardo Silva wants to take it quickly. Akanji goes long over the top. And it's Rico Lewis who's going to chase it. If he gets this... No, he doesn't. It was a good effort from Akanji. He's overhit it, but... Rico Lewis, mate, he's been everywhere today. He's worked his socks off. But Pep's not happy. He's fuming at something again, Pep. Tough one to take this, but there's been tougher ones to take. The FA Cup final springs to mind. Less than 2 minutes to go till stoppage time. Winning the league is nice and all, but Champions League is where we need to stand up and be counted, says Jack. I agree. What would you rather win this year if you could only pick one? Premier League or Champions League? For me, it's Champions League. But Oscar Bob's coming forward here, lays it off to Rico Lewis. Come on, let's get this to penalties. Something, surely. One more opportunity. One more. Savio links up with Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob beats him to the byline. It's into the... It's Bernardo Silva! Makes it 1-1! Have some of that, you rank bastards! Have some of that! Follow! City taking the piss, and you know! All that money you spent since Ferguson went, and you'll never win 4 in a row. Come on, City. Let's go. Shyler says, you're very happy. Me too. Love this. Link-up play. Savio on the right wing into Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob dinks it. Back post and Bernardo Silva wants it more than Palestri. Palestri, not quick enough. Not strong enough. Bernardo Silva says, that's my fucking ball, and nods it into a big gap that Onana left sprawling for Manchester City to make 1-1. Have some of that, you rag bastards. Fucking love it. Looks like this is going to penalties. Ooh. Fucking buzzing. I had a feeling, you know. I had a little feeling. One more chance, I said. One more chance, and we've got it. Here come the substitutions, though. Here we go. Kevin De Bruyne. On. That's brilliant. A nice 3 seconds of match practice. Is that purely for a penalty, though? Is there extra time? I don't think there's extra time. I think this goes straight to penalties. If I remember rightly. I'm sure you're going to correct me in the chat. I should have learnt that before I watched it, so my information for you is bad. Nathan Ake on. Good. Who was off? I'm imagining Gvardiol, seeing as he's gone to the left side of the pitch. Was it? Bernardo Silva. Yep, it goes straight to penalties. Good, good, good. 5 minutes, though. We might not need penalties. Just hope fucking United don't get... Because I want penalties now. Because the momentum going into the penalty shootout will be with us. You know? Oh, no. I feel like there's going to be one more chance. It was Gvardiol coming off and Oscar Bob came off for Kevin De Bruyne and Nathan Ake. Ball into Casemiro. Smash him. Dallow's bursting through. Shitty now. They're going to win it here if they're not careful, City. Nathan Ake looks first bit of defending to do against Garnacho. He's whipped it in back post and it's gone past most players, but Bruno Fernandes is going to keep it alive. Rico Lewis is closing him down. He's got Sancho as an option. Gives it him. Gets it back. Bruno Fernandes looking for a first time cross and it's blocked just about. Is it? Yep. Kevin De Bruyne is away here. Oh, De Bruyne. Get him off. No, I'm joking. Oh, Savio sent De Bruyne away. De Bruyne looking for Haaland straight away. And it's intercepted by Palestri, out for a City throw-in. But a real opportunity for City there. De Bruyne with a little bit of rustiness, which is to be expected. Savio tells Nathan Ake to slow down. Take it calm. I mean, it's become 50-50 for stoppage time for me. I think either side could win it at this point now with minutes remaining. But City have the ball, most importantly. De Bruyne in space. Into Haaland, but he's misread it and United are going to come away. Get back now. No, over the top. Nathan Ake is going to read it. Oh, lovely. Lovely from Nathan Ake. Calm as you like. Keep the ball. Nathan. Don't wait. No, Nathan! And he's handballed it, mate. Nathan Ake, you did the hard work. You let the ball run over you. Garnacho had gone at that point, and then you teased him. You waited him to come, wanted him to come over again. And then he fell on the floor and handballed it. It's a fucking handball. I don't know what he's complaining about. It wasn't a foul. And it's a United free kick in a crossing position. No extra time. Mioro. It's going to be penalties if there is no goal scored in the remaining minutes of this game. And United have the opportunity to do so in a free kick that's dangerous. And it's going to be Bruno Fernandes to whip it in from the right-hand side of the pitch. Whipped in. It's near post. Kovacic away near post. Love it. Chase that down. Kevin De Bruyne opening up those muscles to close down Palestri. Keeps going. Closing down Onana. Keep going. Onana pings one all the way over to the left side of the pitch. Sancho manhandling Rico Lewis. And it's gone out. Too busy trying to win the fight. Forgot about the football. Jadon Sancho. City ball. Akanji. 2 minutes to go. Come on, City. Edison out to Nathan Ake. He's off the pitch, Jeff, mate, unfortunately. He's just came off for KDB. City knocking it about at the back here, looking like they're accepting penalties, or at least trying to lure United out, tease them a little bit. McTominay bites, comes forward, and then there's Kovacic with space. That worked perfectly. You idiot. McTominay's an idiot. He's an absolute fucking idiot. Kovacic is coming away. Savio with space. Into Kovacic. Rico Lewis. United camped on the edge of their area. De Bruyne, ball in. Onana collects. You're just hoping to see like a fumble or something. Ortega is definitely better at pens, Jeff says. Yeah, I agree with you, but I just don't think, considering what's gone on in summer with Edison, reportedly, apparently it's fake news anyway, his wife said that. Edison's wife said that it's not even true, that Edison was upset about Ortega getting love from City fans, which I think is absolute bollocks, to be honest, and I'm glad it's not true. But considering that story, taking him off just for penalties, but I agree with you, I think Ortega would be the better one to have in between the sticks, or Edison then just beating Garnacho with a little dummy. In the 95th minute as well, he's doing that. Here we go, come on, one last chance. City into... Right, blow your whistle now, United have got the ball, blow your whistle, blow your whistle, blow your whistle. And he does. Full time. Fucking hell, that was an opportunity. I thought United were going to come and do one then. Right, I'm going for a pee. Drank too much water. Well done, Bernardo Silva. Right, penalties it is. Come on, Blues, don't go anywhere. Here we go. Come on, City. Hills edits. It's already going to pens because there's no extra time. Who do we think is taking the pens? Jan says Haaland, KDB, Silva, Savinho and Edison. Do you know what? Maybe that's why he's still on the pitch. Edison to win the Community Shield by smashing one in the top corner. I would love that. I would absolutely love it. All of the transfer stuff as well that's gone on with Edison leaving this summer as well, for him to come back, score as a goalkeeper. That would be great. I would love that. Hoping for an Onana fumble. Yeah, that'd be nice. He's athletic, isn't he, Onana? But he's not got the strongest hands, has he? When he, you know, he can be a bit butterfingers, can't he? How do you qualify for the Community Shield? By winning the Premier League and the FA Cup. And if you win both, like City did 2 seasons ago, then it's second place in the Premier League versus the other team. Bruno Fernandes taking the first penalty. Edison was thinking with that little smiley face tattoo behind his ear, like, I wonder what happened. I wonder what the story is behind that. It's shit. That's what it is. It's fucking stupid. It's that bad, it's good. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those tattoos that's like, there must be a story behind that. Section 20 hates penalty shootouts. I'm not a fan of them myself. I love them. I love them when my team is not involved. I love them. Everyone, I love penalty shootouts. But when it's us, it's like awful. It's awful. Right, I'm going to do my best to try and make this. What I'll do is I'll reset the score to 0-0. So now I will try and add the scores as they go in. Bruno Fernandes taking the first penalty. He's up. Edison's between the sticks. Taking his time. It's Bruno Fernandes. Slow. Buried. 1-0 United. Sent Edison the wrong way. And if he went the right way, he'd save it. It's frustrating looking at that. Edison went a little bit early there for me. A little bit early. We had that penalty stopped, didn't we, against Chelsea? What was that all about? Bernardo Silva to take the first penalty for Manchester City. Not a big fan of Bernardo Silva, who missed the penalty against Real Madrid, if I remember rightly. I've erased that whole evening out of my memory, but I think he was the one who missed the penalty against Real Madrid when we got knocked out. I think. And it's Bernardo Silva stepping up. Saved. Fucking saved it. It was a poor penalty. I don't know what he was doing there with that penalty. It was poor. Very savable height. Very... It was a poor penalty, man. As soon as you lose a penalty, like, as soon as one of them doesn't... The first one to not score, it already feels like it's over, doesn't it? But you never know. You never know. Diogo Dalot steps up. United's second penalty. 1-0 to United. Dalot. Oh, and it's just found its way in. Edison gets his hands to it. And it just finds its way into that bottom corner. 2-0 to United. This one's got to go in now. Otherwise you can pretty much call it a day. Not mathematically, but pretty much. This one has to go in. Kevin De Bruyne, who you expect to score and does. Lovely from Kevin De Bruyne. We're still in this. We're still in this. Miss, and this can be flipped on its head. One miss from United now, and this can be flipped on its head. Come on, City. Come on, Edison. I don't think I've ever seen Edison save a penalty, and it's Garnacho, the other goal scorer. We've had one goal scorer miss a penalty. Will the other goal scorer of this game miss their penalty? Happens a lot. I remember in 1999, Paul Dickoff scored the equalizer. He missed his penalty. It hit both posts. I remember it. It's Garnacho. Stepping up. Slow. Shoots. And he's buried it. Sent Edison the wrong way. I mean, Edison's like not done anything wrong. I've never seen Edison like, oh yeah, he should have saved that. But he's never... I don't think I've ever seen him save a penalty. I think he saved one. I just don't remember him ever saving a penalty at all. Haaland, who's not had a great afternoon. He's not had a chance in front of goal. This is his first one. This really has to go in now. We can't afford to miss anymore. Because United can score and win it after that. We're hanging in here. Skin of our teeth. Haaland with a wry little smile. Onana's being a dickhead. Saying, put it in that corner. And he goes the other way and makes Onana look like a complete twat. 2 goals for City in this penalty shootout. Haaland smiles. Onana looks like a bellend. That was good. I enjoyed that. Jadon Sancho stepping up. Penalty number 4 for United. Come on, big man. Come on, Ederson. Something. Get a big hand. Come on. Big hand on this. Jadon Sancho. He saved it! Ederson tips it onto the post. What a fucking save it was as well. It was a big hand. He's tipped it onto the post and the ball was trickling. You're just looking at it hoping it doesn't trickle into that far corner. And it goes past the post. We're back in it. We're back in it. What a save it was from Ederson. It was a big, big outstretched hand from Ederson, and then it's going away across the face of goal and you're thinking it's going to go in. But it doesn't. And who is this? It's Savinho. Oh my God. Savinho to take City's 4th penalty. Even so, this has got to go in because when we draw, we get it back level. Let's get it back level, Savinho. Oh, it's awful if he starts his career off with a missed penalty. Come on, Savinho. He buries it. We're level. Game on. The momentum has shifted. The pendulum has swung. Come on, City. Fuck it out. Casemiro. Over the bar, I'm guessing. Over the bar. He's going to smash this. He's going to absolutely batter it, I reckon. And I'm seeing this one over the bar. Come on, Ederson. Come on, Ederson. Brazilian versus Brazilian. It's Casemiro. And he's absolutely buried it in the bottom corner with no power whatsoever. Does everything I said he wouldn't do. He did. And if we miss, we're out. It's sudden death. We are now in sudden death. Who's taking this? Jan, it's Ederson. You called it, Jan. It's Ederson to take our 5th penalty against Onana. Which, Ederson. He buries it! Ederson. He's Brazilian. He only cost 13 million. We think he's fucking brilliant. It's Ederson. Nice one. Scott McTominay. Sudden death. 4-4. PKs. Scott McTominay. They're getting quicker as well. Each one gets quicker and quicker. It's Scott McTominay. And he's buried it. Fucking hell. It's awful being the second taker now, isn't it? It's awful. One thing I will say, it doesn't feel... I don't know, I'm sure people will disagree with me. I don't feel it's as bad. It's Matheus Nunes. It's Matheus Nunes, whose career at Manchester City has not been a great start in his first year. And this is the perfect opportunity for fans who don't like him already to really stick the knife in if he misses this. For his own sake, please, not just City's sake, for his own sake, this has got to go in. Come on, Nunes. Oh, what a penalty! He smashed it into the top corner. That took some massive, massive cojones. Big, giant testicles from Matheus Nunes. Enormous bollocks to put that ball in that corner like that. What a fucking pair he's got. Love that, Matheus Nunes. It's Martinez stepping up for United. We're going to be here all night fucking night here. I want to order a pizza soon, for fuck's sake. Martinez stepping up. Slow. And he's buried it as well. Fuck's sake. Who's going to be this? We're going to run out of players in a minute. Who's it going to be for City? He's absolutely put that in the corner. All of United's penalties have been good, except even Sancho's wasn't that bad. It's Ruben Diaz. I don't trust him in front of goal. I don't feel good about this at all. Come on, Ruben. I'm not feeling confident about this centre-back taking a free kick like this. I mean, we've had a goalkeeper taking it, for fuck's sake, so who am I to talk about what position you are? Just put it in the back of the net, Ruben. Come on, mate. Hard and low, side foot. Oh, love it. Well played, Ruben Diaz. Come on. If all 11 players go through, then the managers should take... Well, it's game over then, isn't it? Pep's going to wipe the floor with Eric Ten Hag. Ruben Diaz scores. And it's Jonny Evans. I would be shitting myself if I was a United fan right now. I would be a little bit nervous watching Jonny Evans pedestrian style walking up to that penalty. I wouldn't, if you want to get rid of the situation, if you're nervous, I don't know why they walk. I would run. I'd get it over and done with. That walk just makes it longer, more to think about. Just get down there, mate. Have a penalty. It's Jonny Evans. He's going to twat it. Come on, Edison. He's put it over the bar like a proper twat. What a twat, Jonny Evans. I mean, he scooped it. What the fuck was that? It was absolute dog shit. Absolute wonderful news for Manchester City. This goes in. We win. Who's taking it, though? I told you I'd be shitting myself if I was a United fan watching him come and take it. What is he doing with that penalty? What is he doing? To the moon it goes, Igley. Absolutely right. And it's a Kanji who missed the penalty. The England, this is redemption, mate, for any English fans. Well, for Switzerland fans, actually, because we all loved you when you missed that. But it's a Kanji whose penalty in the Euros was detrimental for Switzerland. Will it be detrimental for Manchester City? No, it won't! He's buried it! He's buried it! And City win the Community Shield! Take that, you rag bastards! Revenge is oh so sweet, my friends! Love it! Come on, City! Come on, City! Now let's get this season going! Premier League 5 in a row! Here we go! Let's go, City! Come on, City! 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 Fucking have that! 1-0 up. We missed our first penalty. You do not write this side off. You do not write us off. Yes! That is sweet. That tastes so sweet. That tastes sweet. Edison. What a save that was from Edison. Oh. Akanji does exactly the same style of penalty. Sweating buckets here, mate. Oh. It does exactly the same style penalty as Jonny Evans just did. A little side foot, little scoop sort of, and I thought it was going over the bar as well. He nestles into the roof of the net, and City win their first piece of silverware of the season. A reward for our unbelievable 4 in a row Premier League trophies in the bag already. And I've noticed the concurrent viewers went from about 550 down to 384, and I imagine that is a load of hundreds of rags that all just went, click on that big cross, see you later, typical City, you twat. Oh, I don't want to see him celebrating. Fucking have swivel on it, mate. Have some of that. Love it. See you later. Oh, good to see you guys sticking around, though. Appreciate it. Cheers. Come on, City. Oh, where's Stuart, mate? There's your smile, Stuart. There's your smile, mate. Come on. Buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. I mean, Community Shield doesn't matter, though, does it? Doesn't matter. Does now. Does now. Tell you what. Wouldn't have mattered, though, if it was if we'd lost. But we didn't. We won. Piece of silverware. Boom. Get in. Get in. Blues. I'm going to go a match reaction, a quick one, because I'm going out later, so I need to be quick with this match reaction. But time for a match reaction at least. I think I'm going to order myself a pizza to eat before I go out, and then we're away. Season's underway. What a way to get it off and motoring. Love it. Love it. Blues, if you haven't already, please hit the like button, smash that like button, and yeah, subscribe if you're new as well. Goldbridge watch-along, I imagine that must be enjoyable. Yeah. To be honest, I don't watch his watch-alongs, to be honest. He gets highlights nowadays, don't they? So, but yeah, brilliant, brilliant. Stuart, big smiles from Stuart. Come on, Stuart. Yes. Absolutely buzzing. Right, come and join me for the match reaction. I'll be as quick as I can to get that onto your screens as soon as possible. But yeah, come and join me for that. We've done it. We did it. Back in the revenge. I love it. Absolutely love it. It felt bad, didn't it? 88th minute felt bad. How good do we feel now? How good does it feel? Love it. Absolutely love it. Take care, Blues, and I'll see you in the next one.